Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Office Stadium here in Greensburg, Pennsylvania for today's PSAC West matchup between the Seton Griffins and the California Vulcans. My name is Jonathan Seton. Alongside me here today is my good friend and my broadcast partner, Jonathan Sakaguchi. Johnny, how are you doing today?
Doing good. Good, John. Weather is nice today. A little bit on the windy side this afternoon, but perfect fall weather for football all as we get ready for this one.
Yeah, I completely agree. 6 p.m. kickoff time, so nice game under the lights as the sun is going to start setting here soon. But coming into this one, California coming off a tough loss last week against IUP, and then Seton Hill looking for their first win of the season. So two teams looking to bounce back after some tough losses.
Yeah, as we all know, that was a heartbreaker last week. 22-21 on the final score of that one. And California looking to come back here. But so far this season, the Vulcans have seemed to be able to come back from big losses like that and have an answer. As we all know, they went on a 2-game winning streak against Edinburgh and Clarion, and then we'll see how all things go today for the Vulcans.
Absolutely, and coming into this one, a huge shout out to the traveling fans from California. Not too far of a drive up here to Greensburg, about 45 minutes, and shout out to the band that came with us and the cheerleaders. So it's going to seem more like a home game for the Vulcans here today.
Yeah, in close proximity to each other, it wasn't that bad of a drive, other than a little bit of road work we hit on over on 70, but that was to be expected. But the weather is nice here. The Vulcans won the toss, Seton Hill won the toss, deferred till the second half. California is going to get the ball to start the game here.
Yeah, and this offense was really been the staple and the hallmark of this Vulcans team. You know, all these great wins so far in the season have been on the back of great team display, not only on offense and defense and special teams, but the offense in particular has been great so far. Noah Mitchell has been lights out. Jaquaid Jackson's been phenomenal this season, and this running back trio of McCann, McGriff, and Williams has all been great.
Yeah, what can we say about those guys? But it's been awesome. So back deep to return for California. Sorry, folks, I was covering Uniontown last night. I had gotten the swing of things over there, but it looks like the usual suspects for the Vulcans, as it'll be Jackson and Hamlin back there.
And like you said, Seton Hill chose to defer. We'll kick off to start the second half. Seton Hill wearing their school colors, the black, the red, and the gold. California going with the all-white. And the kick from Seton Hill is going to get us on our way. Deep, booming kick is going to go through the end zone for the touchback. So California will start things off at the 25.
Something we haven't really called too often this here, John, but let's take a look here at the starters for your California Vulcans. Back there at quarterback is QB1, number 5, Noah Mitchell, along with Eric McCann III. Junior McConaughey will get the start at tight end for the second straight week. Malik Langley, Cam Tarrant, and Fritz Kelly Edmond, Matt Charlton, and Bryce Perkins, Jaheim Basham, Noah Bowles, and Jaquaid Jackson to round out that offense.
Mitchell's going to start out in the shotgun, has McGriff to his right, 2 receivers stacked on the far side. Mitchell gets the snap, going to pass early, quick pass over the middle, caught by Jaquaid Jackson. Jackson getting brought down by 2 or 3 Seton Hill players after a gain of about 4, so nice, good play, first down yardage.
And once again, and we've talked about this over and over again, and John, as Mitchell finds Jackson again, and that seems to be the number one target, and you've got to watch him because Jackson's such an elusive receiver.
Jackson, if you leave him alone, he'll do some bad things to you. Mitchell in the pistol. He's going to have McCann back with him once again. 2 receivers still bunched on that far side, has 1 receiver alone at the near. Sends McCann to his side now. Mitchell gets snapped, going to hand this one off to McCann. McCann looking for a hole, trying to bust his way up the field after picking up about 1. So bring up a 3rd down and 4 now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, good. Yeah, the Vulcans looking for a run play there. Just couldn't get a lane open. And as the Griffins swarmed on that play.
4 receivers set now for the Vulcans. Jackson and Tarrant on the far side. He's going to have Langley and Greer on the near side. McCann still in the backfield with Mitchell. Mitchell receiving the signal from the far side. Seton looking to stack the box a little bit, maybe sending a little bit of pressure against Mitchell. Third down, Mitchell gets a snap, stepping up the pocket, pressure getting to him, and Mitchell going to get brought down in the backfield. That time number 55, Justice Griffin's going to get to him first. So big third down stop for the Griffins. Going to sack Mitchell, bring a ball all the way back now to the 28-yard line, and the punting unit for the Vulcans going to come out.
Something we don't talk about too often here with the Griffins ends with a big first off on the first series of plays here. So you're going to have to expect the Vulcan defense to step up big here.
And Clayton Rosensteel out to punt back deep to receive for the Griffins will be number 21, Jordan Dorman. He's going to set up at around his own 30-yard line. Rosensteel's punt narrowly blocked, but able to get that one up. Nice high booming punt received at the 25-yard line. Borman now gets brought down just past the 30, so the Griffins will take over on offense from the 31-yard line.
So while we got a second here John, we're going to take a look at the starters now for the Vulcan defense here. Here it's the usual suspects out there, Joe Brown on Noah Silva, Derek Coraboy, Gage Hill, Gabe Miller and Josh Miller, Matt Tovey, Micah Tillman, Dominic Sullivan Jr., Kevon Mormon, and Noah Hamlin.
In the backfield at quarterback will be number 8, Eddie Scott. Scott going to get the snap, looking to his left. Has a man deep down the field. That one just too far ahead of him. Had him wide open. That was number 13, Todd Phillips on the far side. So almost a big play on first down for the Griffins offense.
Yeah, Scott just overshot that one, and there's he threw a deep bomb, but ended up into the kicking net of the Vulcans.
Yeah, under a little bit of pressure, Scott just unable to get that one down the field. So second down and 10 from the 32. It's going to be Scott in the backfield alongside him. Will be number 17, Karan Cricket. Player in motion almost falls over. He's going to hand off to Cricket. Cricket runs to a wall of Vulcan defenders. Going to get brought down after gain about 1 or 2. Bring up a 3rd and long now for the Griffins.
And going to be stopped by who else but Noah Dilla and company on that one.
So up with that, 2 great starts for both defenses so far. California now looking to get this Griffins offense off the field. This Griffins offense this season not have had a ton of success so far, struggling in all aspects, but better late than never to try to get the ball rolling on that category. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. He's going to have 1 receiver on the near side, 2 to the far. Receiver on the near side in motion. So that will be Phillips. Scott gets a snap after a couple of players move on the offensive line. I think this one's going to go against Seton Hill.
Yeah, half the line moved on that one, so that's going to back him up 5. It's going to be 3rd and a mile now.
Like you said, with that, it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 now from the 29. So back past the original line of scrimmage to start this possession. Same formation now. He's going to have Phillips moving in motion once again to the far side. Scott gets a snap. Under a ton of pressure from the Vulcans. Going to have to just throw that one away. Back there for the Vulcans was number 31, John Hutchinson, almost getting to him, and it's going to bring up a 4th down now for the Griffins.
Yeah, Hutchinson and just came screaming off the edge there. There are only one blocker, but Hutchinson and just way too strong there as he ran right at Scott.
And with that, it'll be a 4th down now for the Griffins. Back deep to receive for the Vulcans will be Tarrant. And back to punt for the Griffins will be Jack Wagner, number 36. Tarrant set up at about his own 35-yard line. Wagner's punt is up. High, booming one. Tarrant set up for the fair catch and will make it at the 35-yard line. So 2 offensive possessions now, 1 for either team. Nothing going. 11:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Score still tied at 0-0. And this Cow offense not huge strangers to slow starts. We've seen that in a couple weeks in a row where it takes a couple possessions for this offense to really get moving. But once they're moving, I mean, they're pretty hard to stop.
Yeah, we saw how they were moving the ball late in the last game, the 2-minute drill against IUP, and we're looking to see them do it again here, especially when you have one of the top quarterbacks in all Division II.
4 receivers set for the Vulcans. Mitchell fakes the handoff to McCann. It's going to pass that one over to Jackson. Jackson met as soon as he makes the catch, going to get brought down by a flock of Griffins in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be maybe a gain of nothing on the play. Went for that screen pass, but just not nothing going there.
And we know Tarrant and Jackson love to run that little bubble screen route. Just couldn't get anything going on that one.
Bring up 2nd and 10 from the 35. 11 minutes running now in the first quarter. Still 4 receivers set for the Vulcans. Going to have Tarrant and Jackson on the far side. On the near side is going to be Greer and Eric Willis. McCann still in the backfield with Mitchell. Tarrant in motion to the left-hand side. 3 receivers now on the close side. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to this left-hand side. Is going to run his way out of the pocket, looking for someone to come back to it. Tries to find Greer, but that passed a little bit too short. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, something we don't see too often with no Mitchell. Well, usually he has all day to throw. But the Griffins bringing the pressure early on.
Yeah, like you said, Griffins getting a ton of pressure, and like you also mentioned, not something we see too often. Noah Mitchell usually very confident in the pocket and usually has a ton of time back there to make these reads, but good coverage by the Seton Hill defense or secondary, and then great pressure by that front 7 able to get to him. 3rd and 10 now for the Vulcans. This 4 receiver set still out here. McCann in the backfield with Mitchell. Seton Hill with 6 men in the box now. Try to set things up. Looks like whistle will be blown, and a timeout is going to be called by the Vulcans. They'll be their first of the game, and that'll stop the clock with 10:38 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they had to call time as the play clock was winding down there. John didn't want to take a delay game penalty. You're already back at the haven't moved from that line of scrimmage yet. You got to get something going here.
Yeah, we're right next to the coaches of the Vulcans inside the booth. So if you hear some not so great things over the microphones, or you hear some banging, that's just the frustrations of the coaches, and we apologize for any of that. But coming out of this timeout, it's going to be 3rd and long, and so for the Vulcans, they just haven't been able to get anything going so far. So what do they need to do to be able to convert this first down?
First of all, you got to protect Noah. That is your goal number 1. And secondly, you got to start finding some of these other guys that are open, and you can't be looking for Tarrant and Jackson all the time. And look for Langle, Daughtry, or Willis.
Yeah, Greer and Willis still on the near side. Jackson and Tarrant on the far side. McCann still in the backfield with Mitchell. 3rd and 10 from the 35. Mitchell gets the snap. Seen they'll bring a ton of pressure. Able to find Greer just shy of the first down marker. He's going to make his way forward. And after breaking a couple tackles, is going to get brought down inside of Griffin territory. It'll be 1st and 10 now from the 47.
Yeah, good play there by the Vulcans. And that's what I mean. And you got to check down to some of these other guys. Greer, who we haven't called much this season. Mitchell
going quick here. His quick pass trying to find Willis just through his hands. And defender in the backside of him. That time, number 2, Hezekiah Hawkins on the coverage there. Excuse me. Hezekiah Hawkins on the coverage. Bringing out 2nd and 10 from the 46. It's going to be 3 receivers on the far side for the Vulcans. Tarrant, Jackson, and number 88, Zach Slomers on the far side. Don't hear too much of him. He's still having a Willis on the near side. Hands this one off to McCann. McCann able to find a hole, able to work his way just shy or just around the 40-yard line. So nice run from the Vulcans will bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, good run there by the Vulcans. Get in McCann and a lane to run, and he was still going and spun off of one defender or ran to another. Was still turning upfield, the best he could, but until they got Hunt too many of them to bring him down.
9:53 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Trips to the far side for the Vulcans. Willis alone on the near side. Mitchell in the shotgun gets the snap, looking to his right, scrambling to his right now after getting a little bit of pressure, throwing this one deep down the field, trying to get the receiver, and it's going to be caught on the far side by Jaquade Jackson just around the 15-yard line.
Mark that one for the highlight reel. It's Jackson and walked the line there. brought it in, and what a play.
This Vulcan offense up to the line quickly once again. It looks like it's going to be a flag. I think McCann moving in the backfield, but I wish we would, with the equipment that we brought here today, we were able to have replay. But like you said, Jackson did a great job at coming back. And what a throw by Noah Mitchell, rolling to his right under a ton of pressure and able to get that one down there. And after that, it will be first down and 15 now from the Vulcans from the 22. 9:29 left to play here in the first quarter. It's going to have Willis and Greer on the near side once again. Along with them will be Terrence Jackson one-on-one on the far side, something to keep an eye on. McCann still in the backfield with Mitchell. McCann now. Mitchell with the option play is going to keep it himself, going to get brought down right around the original line of scrimmage. So QB1 showing off them wheels a little bit.
Well, we talked about it earlier this season, and as he broke the total offense record, by a landslide on his way to 10,000 yards right now. So we'll keep an eye on that total as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. But Mitchell, does it all. He can fire it downfield, or he can run it himself.
He's not afraid. He's not afraid to get the wheels going there, that's for sure. 2nd and 10 now from the 17. Mitchell in the shotgun. Once again, Mitchell. Quick pass on the near side, caught by Tarrant, brought down immediately around the 12-yard line now, so 3rd and short now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, Tarrant who's just become an outstanding receiver this year.
Yeah, one of Mitchell's more utilized targets. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for the Vulcans from the 12-yard line. And the Vulcans loving this 4-receiver set with Greer, Willis, Terrence, and Jackson, 2 on either side. McCann still in the backfield with it. 8 minutes here left in the first quarter. Mitchell in the shotgun. Looking quickly, trying to find Jackson. Jackson able to make the catch, and it's going to get brought down right around the 4-yard line. So 1st and goal now for the Vulcans.
Before the play, I was going to get ready to say, hey, watch out for Jackson, and as he might end up in the end zone on the route. It was the 1st and goal for the Vulcans.
Vulcans going quickly. Handoff to McCann. McCann going to get brought down half an inch short from the goal line. So 2nd and inches now from about the 1-yard line.
Always surprised they run the same play again.
Mitchell hands off McCann once again. McCann, nice spin into the end zone. Touchdown, Vulcans. Vulcans able to strike first, and what a spin by Eric McCann.
I think that defender's still looking for McCann, and as he spun him out of his shoes, who's went upfield. Good move. What did I just say before the play? Hey, they went right back to the well again. But if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Exactly, and that inside zone once again proves deadly for the Vulcans. They strike first, 6-0, awaiting the extra point from Beatco. I was talking to Mr. Beatco earlier in the game, says he watches our broadcast, so huge shout out to him. As his son now on to make the extra point. Beatco's kick is up, and Beatco's kick is good. So with 7:22 left to play here in the first quarter, California with the lead 7-0 over the Seton Hill Griffins. We have no replays, no commercial breaks, so we're just going to keep talking.
Yeah, I'll shout out to our sponsors, Haunted Hills Estate Screen Park, your premier haunted attraction in the Pittsburgh area, located just off of Route 119 in Uniontown. Now open tonight and for the rest of the weekends in October. Or get your tickets now at hauntedhillsestatescreenpark.com for more information as well. Can you survive the clowns of Twisted Nightmare, along with the trail with its 4 attractions, the house on Experiment 31 paintball, and much, much more. Or go check them out at Haunted Hills Estate Screen Park, or all new Fear this year.
And after that, 7:22 left to play in the first quarter. California able to get that offense into the end zone, and we talked about it, able to convert when they needed to. Jackson coming up big on that drive. Beatco's kick is going to get us underway. Back to receive this one. We'll be at the 10-yard line. Seton Hill able to make their way up the field, going to get pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That was number 3, Alton Jones Jr. on the return. So the Griffins offense going to come back out here once again after not the greatest display in the first drive.
Yeah, Seton Hill looking to answer back now after that last drive. where it stalled out in a 3 and out here.
Back out there once again for the Griffins will be Scott. And we've seen a couple of changing quarterbacks as I was getting my research done this morning on the Griffins. Scott in the backfield, receiver in motion to the far side. Scott gets the snap, going to keep it himself. Is able to find a hole. It's going to get brought down just past the 30-yard line, so great first play for the Seton Hill offense. Able to get some nice yardage. Second down and 2 now for the Griffins.
Yeah, Noah Dillo on the tackle there, but we see Scott not afraid to drop the shoulder, or kind of reminded me of some of these high school quarterbacks I was watching last night. Hey, not afraid to take a hit.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If you got the ability to do it, then you might as well. 2nd and 1 for the Griffins from the 34. Scott in the backfield. He's going to hand this one off to McGriff. McGriff going to able to get the first down. So two running backs in this game, one for either team named McGriff. That one was number 6 for the Griffins, Jaquan McGriff, able to get the first down.
Yeah, not 100% sure if they're related or not. I was talking with Seton Hill's commentators, so potentially two brothers playing against one another. Not 100% sure on that.
I do know that there are 2 players very familiar in this matchup. Number 53 for the Griffins, Ashawn Berry, and number 5 for the Vulcans, Noah Mitchell. Both went to high school together, so always nice to see that one. Scott gets the snap, quick pass, and caught right around the 41-yard line. That time, number 11, Tyon Battle, able to make the catch.
Yeah, they're going to say his knee was down when he made the catch, so he's going to be spotted right around the 42-yard line on that one.
So 5:50 left to play here in the first quarter. Vulcans with a 7-point lead. It's like someone throws their towel on the field. One of the players does not need that one anymore. Trips to the near side for the Griffins. It's going to be Phillips in motion. Scott with the keeper, rolling his way to the outside, trying to get a room, but nice tackle in the open field by number 2, Dominic Solomon Jr., able to stop Scott straight in his tracks and bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, Solomon and just stepping up once again, and as we see the Vulcans bringing all sorts of pressure, and Solomon Jr. are just stepping up as he saw the play breaking down there.
3rd and 4 now for the Griffins. Trips to the far side. It's going to have McGriff in the backfield alongside Scott. Scott gets the snap, looking for a quick throw to the near side. That pass is caught right around the first down marker. Looks like the referee going to give him the forward progress. That'll be enough for another first down for the Griffins.
Kind of doing like what California does, slowly but surely, marching downfield, chewing up clock and wearing the defense down.
He's first down and 10 from the 48. Receiver in motion. Scott gets the snap, going to hand it off to the man in motion, getting him brought down way in the backfield.
Ball came out.
It looks like no fuss about it. Griffins will maintain possession. That time on the end round was number 44, Pearson Hendricks. And like you said, looks like the ball may have came out at the end, but great stop by the Vulcan defense. Brings it back 5 yards, 2nd and 15 now for the Griffins. Scott in the shotgun. He's going to hand this one off. Looking for a little bit of room. Going to get brought down around the original line of scrimmage. That time, number 17, Kyron Cricket on the carry. So it'll be 3rd down and about 11 now for this Griffin offense. 3:30 left to play in the first quarter.
Vulcans looking for another stop here.
This Griffin offense able to get a couple first downs this drive, able to keep the chains going, able to keep the offense out there. Need to get a nice chunk of yardage to do so here. They need to get the ball to the 42-yard line of the Vulcans. Receiver in motion. Scott gets the snap, rolling to his right once again, has his man down the field. Looks nice move, able to get brought out of bounds right around the first down marker. Looks like he's going to be marked just shy. That time, number 6, Jaquan McGriff on the reception. So it's going to bring out a 4th and inches now for the Griffins.
Yeah. And now, here's where the mind games come in. And so, how disciplined can that Vulcan defense be here? Because the offense is going to stay out there, or they're going to try to get them to jump off sides.
Exactly. The offense out there one more time. Handoff, or the keeper by Scott. Scott going to work his way for the first down, gets through Hamlin, and is able to make his way past the first down marker. 1st and 10 now for the Griffins. Great play design. We've seen that a couple times, that read option. And like you said, Scott not afraid to keep the ball himself. Able to make his way to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 40. 2:15 left to play here in the first quarter. We've seen this a couple times this year. This Vulcan defense is not able to get those stops on 4th downs, especially in some of those closer games that they've already lost this season. Need to do a better job in this one. Receiver in motion. Scott gets a snap, fakes the pass down the field, and he's going to escape the tackle in the backfield. Scott now rolling to his left, trying to find someone down the field. That one nearly intercepted by Dominic Solomon Jr., and you can see the look on his face. He thought he should have had that one.
As we hear the coaches next door, or I agree with them. That one, and if he picks it off, he's go off to the races on that one.
Unfortunate, and we've seen a couple times already this season, the Vulcans able to take one of those back to the house. 2 pick sixes, Noah Dillon, Matt Toby, in back-to-back weeks. Dominic Solomon Jr. almost with a 3rd one, but bring up 2nd and 10 from the 40, 1:50 left to play. Scott in the backfield. Going to hand this one off to McDermott. Is going to get brought down way back there, Forget on the carry. So bring up a 3rd and a mile now for the Griffins.
Derek Corboy coming in for the stop there for the Vulcan. And we start to see some personnel changes now.
1:30 left to play here in the first quarter. This will be a 3rd and 16 now for the Griffins. And after a great offensive possession so far, don't want to walk away with nothing to show for it. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 on the far. Back in the field with Scott. Scott gets a low snap. Is going to just have to pile on top of it. Going to get brought down in the backfield by Hutchinson once again. And I mean, that's just a killer for your offense. 3rd and 16. I mean, it's going to be a far distance, but a bad snap is just terrible.
Yeah, and Hutchinson, I don't think anyone touched him. He came in rushing like a bull in a china shop, right up the middle. And hit Scott.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like he just came out of nowhere. Be 4th and 21 now. Back deep to punt for the Griffins will be Jack Wagner. Deep to receive for the Vulcans will be Cam Tarrant around his own 15-yard line. Another low snap, but Wagner able to pick this one up. This punt going to take a favorable bounce for the Griffins. Going to go out of bounds at around
Looks
the
like
15-yard line. So Vulcans will set up shop from their own 15 with 15 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, we've seen the Vulcans get pinned back further than this before, or march down the field. Be wary of Jackson in as we know, the carousel running backs we've talked about before, or as McGriff's going to check into the game for the first time today. With McCann.
Yeah, McGriff and McCann on either side of Mitchell. 3 receivers now for the Vulcans. Tarrant in motion to the near side. Mitchell gets the snap. Quick pass to the outside to Jackson. Jackson able to make the catch and break his way up the field. Jaquay Jackson has a ton of room. Only has 1 man to beat. And Jackson going to get tripped up. Great tackle in the open field. That time by number 17 for the Griffins. That is on the far.
That looked like number 12 of Nasir Douglas as the safety.
You're absolutely right. That was Nasir Douglas. That on the far side, great tackle. And Jackson almost brings that one to the house. And with that, that'll be the end of your first quarter here in Offutt Stadium. Your score, California 7, Seton Hill nothing. And starting the second quarter, California will take over 1st and 10 from the 12. And just like that, And you mentioned that they've had a couple of drives this season where they've been started off deep inside of their own territory and able to work their way down the field. And how about that in one play?
Yeah, that was just a wild play. That no sooner do I get finished making that statement, and we see the Vulcans march down field, or should I say a run down field on that one. And while we get a moment here, John, let's take a look at the PSAC scores on the conference. IUP blanking Edinburgh 41-0. Shepherd goes into host Millersville 55-17. Slippery Rock we'll see next week for homecoming defeats Gannon and 40-14. Kutztown knocks off Griffins 29-10. Bloomsburg finally getting a win here 17-9. Westchester knocks off East Stroudsburg 24-21. And then us and Clarion and Mercyhurst have the 2 nightcap games.
And we got some first quarter stats. That play by Jaquaid Jackson went 73 yards, so already on the day, receiving 4 catches for 109 yards for Jaquaid Jackson. And total offense, California 133 yards in that first quarter, or 133 passing yards, 146 overall. Seton Hill 26 yards on offense so far. So California able to get things going here so far. Jaquaid Jackson with more offense than the entirety of Seton Hill, 5-fold. Looks like as there was a little game between some of the youth football players in the area down on the far side of the field.
Yeah, it was a fun little game. And a furthest pass, just seeing, and one of those kids threw from the back of the end zone all the way out to the 23. So a good arm for that young of a football player.
Hey, I mean, Mitchell graduating here soon. Maybe if that kid's hits the gym a little bit,
Yeah, maybe.
Take over the spot next season. 1st and 10 from the 12. Start of the second quarter. 4 receivers for the Vulcans. Jackson in motion, has McGriff in the backfield with him. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to his right-hand side, trying to find Langley. That pass incomplete. Trying to get Langley on that back route. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there between the Vulcans and between Mitchell and Langley. Langley turned around a second too late, but at that point in time, the ball was already past him.
Mitchell in the pistol. Willis, Jackson, Tarrant on the far side. Langley to the near, has McGriff in the backfield with him. Mitchell giving out some signals at the line. McGriff now moves into the shotgun. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to his left, trying to find someone in the back of the end zone. It's going to be caught for the touchdown. That time Cam Tarrant able to pull that one in. So just like that, few plays and Vulcans march the way right down the field.
Yeah, two on 3 plays. They go the length of the field. Good pass there, from Mitchell to find Tarrant in the back corner of the end zone on the little flag route.
Score 13-0. Waiting the extra kick from Beatco. You know what? I talk for a living, and talking is very hard. Looks like Seton Hill jumped offside. It's not going to matter. Beatco's kick is up, and he absolutely drilled that one. Near score with 14:50 left to play in the second quarter. Vulcans with a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and so that drive before. Take a look here. So, that drive, 3 plays down on the field. As that one went at 4 or over for 85 yards for the touchdown for the Vulcans. And it's 14:50 left to go. And giving our legal ID for those listening back on WCAL. You're home for the Vulcan Sports Radio Network here on 91.9 FM WCAL.
Yeah, usually we'd have the timeout, or after the scores we'd be able to go to commercial, but no commercials today, so we're just going to keep talking. You're listening to us here on CUTV Sports 1, the PSA Network, and like you said, 91.9 FM, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. Beatco going to get us underway once again. Ball's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. They work their way up the field. Nice lane on the outside. Biko is even able to push him out of bounds. That was Alton Jones Jr. on the return. And Biko saving a touchdown there.
That's twice now we've seen Biko save a touchdown on this season. And I love seeing him in action, but I don't want the Vulcans to make it a habit.
Hey, I mean, kickers are athletes too, you know. I mean, you always hear the thing that kickers and punters aren't really athletes. They're just there to kick. I mean, look at that. That was nice range. Able to get over, make the push out of bounds.
This is coming from the soccer player.
Hey, I mean, it happens. 1st and 10 from the 48. Griffins, great field position to start. Scott in the backfield. Going to hand this one off to McGriff. Nice hole. He's going to get a nice run as well. Going to get brought down right around the first down marker.
It's going to be close.
So that was Pregame on the carry.
I think it's going to be like a 2nd and inch. Let's see what the official ruling is.
The ref on the near side looks like he will give him, or no, the ref on the near side looked like he wanted to give him the first down. The ref on the far side said
they're
yes.
going to change it.
Looks like they will give him the first down. So first time inside of Vulcan territory for the Griffins. 1st and 10 from the 42. Scott is going to hand this one off to Pregame. Looks like there's going to be a flag on the play.
This one's going to go against Seton Hill. Oh, I think one of the guys up front moved.
Absolutely right on that one. It's going to be a false start on the Griffins. So they'll back them up now back to inside of their own or right inside of Vulcan territory. 1st and 15 from the 47. Trips to the far side. Has one receiver, bails to the near side. Scott in the backfield. Another low snap. And Vulcan setting a ton of pressure. Scott throwing this one deep down the field and just trying to get that one out of play. Had Todd Phillips in the vicinity.
Yeah, it's Kevon Mormon, and off that corner blitz came screaming off the edge.
It's very smart by Scott, just getting that one away. With that, it'll bring up 2nd and 15 now from the 47. This Vulcan defense able to get a nice stop on the last drive, and so far they've looked great, not allowing those deep plays. We've seen a couple of them last week against IUP, doing a great job at tightening things down. Trips now to the far side. Phillips in motion. Scott gets a snap under a ton of pressure and trying to find that screen and throws that one right into Dominic Solomon Jr. Almost another interception chance.
He's going to get one before this game's over. I'm calling it right now.
I mean, he has to. At this rate, there's going to be 4 or 5, 6 balls thrown right at him. He's got to catch one of them. And with that, that'll stop the clock. 14:07 left to play here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 15 now for the Griffins at the 47. Going to be trips to the far side once again. It's going to have Ethan Fame on the near side. Scott in the backfield alongside him is Pregame. Scott gets the snap under a ton of pressure, trying to find his receiver on the near side. That one's going to go incomplete, trying to find Fame. And with that, it's going to be a 4th down now. The punting unit once again for the Griffins going to come out.
I mean, what can you say about this Vulcan defense? They brought the pressure the entire time. And a couple times we thought Scott was going to get sacked or that ball was going to be going the other direction. But lo and behold, the Vulcans stand tall once again.
I mean, their defense has been great all season. A couple blips here and there, but, I mean, every defense is expected to have that. 4th and 15 now for the Griffins. Tarrant back to receive at about the 10-yard line. Whistle blown, flag thrown. And I hear our coaches right around the corner. Looks like they're going to be, I think they believe it's a false start. I think that's what's going to be called.
It looks like one of the gunners moved for Seton Hill, and that's exactly what it's going to be.
Be another false start. 4th and 20 now for the Griffins. And, I mean, when you're struggling like this, when you need to get anything going, and we already saw it in this drive, you can't allow to have silly penalties like that, and now 2 on the same drive. It's just not great for the mental of the team.
No, not at all. That's going to back them up into Seton Hill territory now. 14:02 to go now.
This moves Tarrant up, going to field this around the 15-yard line. Back to punt will be Wagner. Wagner nearly gets that one blocked. Another great punt by Wagner, going to take another Seton Hill bounce. That one's going to go out around the 15-yard line. One of the gunners nearly takes out one of the Vulcan cheerleaders on the far side. And you know what? It's nice to hear, we travel these away games, don't really have the band or the cheerleaders coming too often, but after the touchdown, hearing the Vulcan band playing the fight song, I mean, it really feels like home.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, this is the first trip you and I have made to this stadium in a long time. It feels weird not being, or it feels weird being on this side of the fence.
You know, so I think I've been there maybe once or twice playing football when I was younger, but it's been quite a long time since I've been there, you know, because we're both so old, you know. It's 1st and 10 now from the 15. Mitchell in the shotgun has McGriff in the backfield. Going to hand off to McGriff. McGriff able to find a nice hole, getting brought down right just shy of the 20-yard line. So great first down run from the Vulcans, picking him about 3.
First time we called McGriff running the ball, as we do have a Seton Hill player down.
It looks like there will be a Griffin injured on the field. With that, both teams will head to the sideline to just talk things over. We can take a look at the PSAC West standings. Not going to have the graphic on screen. We'll just talk about IUP after a big win today. Move up top. We're falling behind them is Slippery Rock at 3-1, 6-1 overall. Gannon at 5-2 and 3-1 overall in the conference, and just behind them is California at 3-3, 2-1 overall. Then Clarion, Edinburgh, Mercyhurst, and Seton Hill trailing just behind. Seton Hill still looking for their first win of the season, and it's going to be a tough one to come back from in this game. The injured Griffin able to make his way off the field, so hopefully everything is okay with there, and we're going to get an underplay once again.
Yeah, Gannon, who's had a remarkable season, though, undefeated right thus far.
He's 2nd and 6 now. 13:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Mitchell in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 in the near. McGriff in the backfield. Mitchell handed off to McGriff once again. McGriff able to bounce his way up the field after bringing a couple tackles. Going to get himself to the 22-yard line. So 3rd down and 3 now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, good run there by McGriff. I mean, in these Vulcan running backs, what can we say about it? Just going through the carousel with that.
Yeah, they've all been great this season, and any one of them can get there anytime, and it's just the same production over and over again. So, like you said, it's just been great. 3rd and 3 from the 22. Mitchell in the shotgun, trips to the near side. Mitchell gets the snap, looking for the pass, able to find Greer, and able to hold on to the catch. Is going to have enough yardage for the first down. So not someone we hear a whole lot of from Donovan Greer, but able to pull that one for the first down.
That's going to be the second catch for Greer of the day. He's going to have over 20 yards now in the game.
New set of downs for the Vulcans. 1st and 10 from the 28. California, if you're just joining us, with the lead over the Seton Hill Griffins, 14-0. California driving now in this one. Mitchell in the shotgun. Gets the snap, looking to his left, steps up in the pocket under a ton of pressure, rolling to his left, throws this one deep down the field and out of play. Under a bit of pressure, Jackson in the area to bring up 2nd down.
I honestly thought he was going to complete that one, but we've seen Mitchell make some crazy passes and end up being a big play of the game.
I mean, we saw that earlier on the first scoring drive. Jackson able to come back and catch one after Mitchell running for what seems forever to try to find someone down the field, but that one just a little bit too high out of play, brings up 2nd and 10 from the 28. Mitchell still in the shotgun. He's going to have 2 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near. Mitchell gets the snap, hands this one off to McGriff. McGriff able to work his way up the field. Nice stop by that Griffin defense. Gain of about maybe 1 on the play. 3rd and long now for the Vulcans.
And we hear the Seton Hill faithful getting loud here.
With just under 12 minutes left to play here in the first half, California 14-0 is the score. Be 3rd and 9 now for the Vulcans from the 29. Mitchell still in the shotgun. McCann now checks back into the game. 4 receivers set for the Vulcans, 2 on either side. McCann now on Mitchell's left. Seton Hill looking to bring a ton of pressure. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to his right under a ton of pressure, gets hit as he's thrown. That one's going to be called incomplete, as there was a ton of pressure from the Griffins back there. It was number 1, Jalen McDuffie, nearly throws Mitchell's head off, and looks like an injured Vulcan on the play will be number 81, Eric Willis III. So he's going to receive some attention from the training staff, but great stop by that Griffin defense. McDuffie coming off that edge, like I said, nearly took Mitchell's head off on that hit.
I mean, I've thrown some clotheslines from wrestling, and that's exactly what that was. Seton Hill lucky that wasn't a penalty there for a high hit.
And if you're Seton Hill, you are kind of justified. They seemed a little bit upset because I thought maybe that it was going to be a fumble and they were going to be able to pick it up and score, but the referee's able below that one dead, call it incomplete. So Vulcans able to catch a break on that one. But we've seen that a couple times already now this game. Noah Mitchell getting a little bit of pressure so far. And, I mean, I think it goes to the offense that they're running, having all these the spread offense, 4 receivers, 5 receivers, not a ton of people on the line, especially tight ends that we haven't seen really any at all. And I think that's why we've seen a ton of pressure so far from the Griffins.
Yeah, I mean, and we're talking about where we see normally guys like Ian Edenfield up there at the line, or even in Gage Rogue up there.
With that, after Willis still receiving some attention, will be 4th and 9 from the 29. So while we have a minute, we can give a quick shout out. So make sure to follow us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, CUTV's PA and CUTV_PA to make sure you're following everything California Vulcans related, and make sure you can listen to us anywhere there's a podcast on Apple Music and Spotify. CUTV and friends on those platforms. A couple of shows. High school roundup with me and you. We got Caden's Corner. We got the Coach's Show with Coach Gary Dunn. We've got That's What She Said. We got the sports section. So we've got a nice growing collection of shows. So make sure to check that out.
A lot of good ones this year. And don't forget to follow us on WCAL's side too, on Twitter and Instagram, and our new TikTok account as well.
Looks like Willis able to work his way off the field. Hopefully everything okay on that end. Rosensteel back to punt.
Looks like Andrew Zimmerman back for Seton Hill.
Zimmerman back to receive. Rosensteel able to get that one off. Fair catch is going to be signaled for and will be made at the 28-yard line. So Griffins going to take over once again. Great stop from the defense. Now the offense needs to pick it up a little bit. They need to be able to convert on these opportunities that the defense is giving them.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? Hey, you got a good big stop there. They're nearly forcing a fumble on the last play before the punting unit came out. You're going to have to come up with an answer here, or if not, the Vulcans are going to take advantage and find a way to answer. Or in the way Dominic Solomon Jr. has been playing, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him take one to the house tonight.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and it's been close a couple times. Scott in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 in motion. Now all the way behind him, going to hand this one off. And after a nice spin by Cricket, going to get brought down after a gain of about 7 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 3, with 11:10 left to play. Looks like Seton going to get to the line quickly. Just trying to keep this Vulcan defense off guard. 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Scott in the shotgun. And take the snap. Vulcan sending some pressure, going deep down the field. That one is going to be caught right around the 40-yard line by number 5, Mark Bales. So big play from this Griffin offense.
Yeah, we saw that play earlier, didn't work out for him as Scott overthrew Bales on that one, and this time find his man and in stride.
Beautiful throw by Scott, and Bales able to pull that one in. 1st and 10 from the 40. 10:40 left to play here in the second quarter. Scott in the shotgun. Cricket on his right. He's going to hand this one off to Cricket. Able to find a hole and able to break a tackle. Going to get brought down after gain about 8. Another good run from this Griffin offense. Looks like another Vulcan is going to be down injured on the field after I saw it as they were making a tackle. 2 Vulcans looked like they just ran into each other. And
that looks like Kavon Mormont, and one of the big DBs for this Vulcan defense is down on right now.
We'll wait to see the ruling on that one. Make sure whoever is down injured is able to get their way off the field. That'll stop the clock. 10:22 left to play. After this will be 2nd and 3 from the 33. Looks like they'll be able to make their way off the field. That was number 99 for the Vulcans, will be Gage Hill, taking the bad brunt of the hit from his own teammate as they just kind of collided. So one of those little freak accidents you see in the football games every now and then, and hopefully everything's okay with Hill. And hopefully everything's going to get underway here once again. Clock will start. 10:20 left to play. Scott in the shotgun. One receiver on either side. Scott gets the snap, hands it off to Kregett. Kregett trying to find a hole. Is going to get brought down right around the first down marker. And looks like after a little push at the end, it's going to get himself enough yardage. But it's a little bit of pushing and shoving in the pile afterwards. A couple of players on either teams don't want to start this extracurriculars after the play, and everything's dispersed and underway. 1st and 10 now for the Griffins from the 29. Trips on the far side. Scott in the shotgun. Grant in the backfield to his right. He's going to have Bales one-on-one on the near side. Scott gets the snap, hands this on to Kregett. Kregett able to break a couple tackles. Nice job, able to get some positive yardage on that one. It's going to get brought down after gaining about 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 now for the Griffins.
Yeah, Noah Dillo on the stop there for the Vulcans, but we got a penalty again in Seton Hill.
That time is going to be a holding call against the Griffins. We'll push them back, and like we talked about earlier, that's not really what you want. After getting some nice yardage, after a nice drive going, you don't want to stall it out with bad penalties like this. And that'll move them back. It'll be 1st and 20 now, all the way back at the 39. If you're just joining us, California with the lead here in the first half, 14-0 over the Seton Hill Griffins. 9:23 left to play in the second quarter. Be trips on the far side once again for Scott. Have Bales on the near side. Kregett still in the backfield with him. Scott gets the snap, looking to his right under a ton of pressure, able to step his way up into the pocket. Scott just working his way all the way around the field, and is finally going to get brought down, that time by number 42, Matt Toby.
Yeah, correction, that was going to be number 42, Josh Miller on that one, and Scott slow to get up as he got hit by not only Josh Miller, but also Gabe Miller. Is the Miller brothers coming in for the sack there, and Scott not up to his feet yet. Trying to get his bearings here with 9 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, my bad on that one. That was Josh Miller on the sack, and he's had a terrific season so far. But like you said, looks like Scott a little slow to get up. I think Miller, when he was bringing him down, just kind of got him around that ankle, and Scott maybe feeling the pain on this one. And Seton Hill not strangers to switching their quarterbacks, like I mentioned earlier. And I wasn't really quite sure he was going to start in this game, because we've seen so far in the season for them, Manny Scott be the quarterback, and also number 12 for them, Jake McCormick, has also taken the reins in the backfield for him. So it looks like that might be who he's seeing it. But finally, Scott able to work his way to his feet. Hopefully everything's okay with him.
Yeah, we're going to see McCormick here for the Seton Hill Griffins, and we have a score update for you. Clarion leads Mercyhurst right now, all 19-14. Their score, or in that one.
Excuse me, now we're not even going to see McCormick out there to play quarterback for them. Will be number 16, Tyler Bradley. First time we've seen him so far, and the fans excited about that. Bradley now in the shotgun is going to hand this one off to McGriff, and McGriff going to get blown up in the backfield, bring up a 3rd and a million now for the Griffins offense.
Yeah, as we see Gerald Brown, Derek Corboy getting in there for the Vulcans, ends with a big stop.
Tyler Bradley going to have to make a miracle for this one. 3rd and 35, a drive that started deep, or that was deep inside of Vulcan's territory, now all the way back to the 46, so 3rd and 35 for this Griffins offense. Bradley gets the snap. Vulcan's setting a ton of pressure. Pass on the near side will be waiting for the signal. Looks like it will be caught that time by number 5, Mark Bales, but well short of the first down marker. Bring up a 4th down from around the 40-yard line. So waiting to see what the Griffins do. Looks like they will send out the punting unit.
Yeah, and I mean, at that point in time, backup quarterbacks, and what do you do with that one? And you're looking for some positive yardage there, and that's what they got.
So what it was a 3rd and 35 ends up being a 4th and 21 from the 40. Out comes the punting unit once again. 7:35 left to play here in the second quarter. California up 14-0. Punt deep, going to get fielded around the 10-yard line by Cam Tarrant. So California will take over, looks like from the 12. So this offense, we already saw them pin deep once already, and that drive started from the 15, ended up in a touchdown. Maybe we'll see something similar here once again.
Yeah, we saw that one earlier, where the Griffins thought they had Jackson on a little 3-yard slant route. I'll turn into a 65-yard run for California. And Jackson, who's already over 100 yards receiving today.
Vulcan offense back out here once again after we had a nice look at the Vulcan band traveling from California up here to see us. 2 backs on either side of Mitchell is going to hand this one off to McGriff. McGriff with a nice stiff arm bounces out to the outside, going to get brought down at around the 14-15 yard line, gain of about 2 or 3.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him about 3 on that one.
That'll be 7.
Actually, it looks like they're going to give him 4 on that.
So 2nd and 6 now for the Vulcans. 7 minutes left to play. 7 and 6 from the 15. McCann and McGriff both in the backfield with Mitchell. Has Langley on the near side. Has Jackson and Tarrant on the far. McGriff to his left, McCann to Mitchell's right. Looks like Griffins looking to send some pressure. Mitchell gets the snap, able to work his way out of the pocket, rolling to his right, fires down the field. That pass going to be incomplete, intended for Cam Tarrant. And
Tarrant was looking for the flag on that one, as he felt like he got pushed off of on the play.
That was great coverage once again, that time by number 12, Nazir Douglas. There will be a flag on the play. It will be offsides against the Griffins, so it'll move the Vulcans up to 2nd down and 1 now, and that's tough. After a great stop by the secondary, it's going to end up being null and void. 2nd and 1 now for the Vulcans. And we could hear it from the coaches to our near side. They're like, he has to be offsides. He has to be offsides, and looks like he just was. We'll bring up 2nd and 1 from the 20.
Yeah, I thought I heard the same thing, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, and I couldn't see the flag, so I wasn't sure if they called it or not. The 2nd and 1, Mitchell gets the snap, hands it off to McCann. McCann, men in the backfield, trying to spin his way forward, get some yardage. Looks like he's going to get tackled for a loss on the play, so great stop by the Seton Hill defense. Going to bring up a third down now.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 now.
The Vulcans looking to get some points before the break, before the halftime, because Seton Hill will get the ball to start the second half. Be 3rd and 2 from the 19. 3 receivers set for the Vulcans. McCann still in the backfield with Mitchell. Mitchell getting a signal from the far side. He moves way up to 2 seconds left on the play clock. And looks like with that, California will take a timeout as they were running out of time to get that play off.
Yeah, it looks like a miscommunication there between Mitchell on the sideline, and so they're going to talk things over here.
And with that timeout, we'll stop the clock with 5:38 left to play in the first half. And that'll move California down to 1 timeout left here in the first half. And after that will be 3rd and 2 from the 19. And to take a look, the fans can see it, but we can see it. Me and you looking at the tablet here as we're watching Clarion face off against Mercer. It's like you talked about, Clarion with a 20-14 lead with 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half. And I mean, that'd be a big win for Clarion.
Yeah, Mercyhurst, who's still looking for their first conference win this year, here or on their senior day tonight. Looking for the W up there, but Clarion putting up a fight there.
Be a good one to keep an eye on. As I think maybe me and you can talk about the upcoming Vulcan schedule obviously playing here against Seton Hill. Then next week, it's homecoming week for the Vulcans as they take on the Rock of Slippery Rock. And afterwards, they will be traveling to Mercyhurst in a noon game. That's going to be great fun for us. We're going to leave 5 in the morning to make our way up to Erie to face off against the Lakers. And the Vulcans, after their timeout, will come back out in the shotgun once again. 3rd and 2 from the 19. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. McCann in the backfield with them. Mitchell gets a snap, quick pass, trying to find Jackson, broken up, and there will be a flag afterwards. Thought it was nice, great coverage. Maybe going to go against them that time. I think they're going to get number 4, Nazir Reed, on the flag.
I think there was a little shove there at the right, just enough to disrupt the pass from Jackson catching it. So we'll wait and see here.
And it will be a pass interference on the defense. So Vulcans catch a break, and you hear the Seton Hill fans in front of us not too happy about that call. And you know what? I'm not quite sure about it either. I mean, obviously we don't have the replay, so I can't really quite tell. But from what our looks, I thought that it was some decent coverage, but
it was one of those. It was borderline. Could have gone either way. Hey, on that one, John.
So with that, it'll give the Vulcans the first down, 1st and 10 from the 21.
Yeah, but that was only that 5-yard variety, not the 15-yard from the end of the spot.
Yeah, or the spot foul or whatever rule they're going with. Mitchell in the shotgun gets the snap, going deep down the left-hand side, trying to find Tarrant. Great breakup once again, that time by number 3, Alton Jones Jr. And Mitchell showing off the cannon a little bit, trying to squeeze that one into double coverage, but great coverage by that Griffins secondary, able to break it up.
Yeah, and if that one is complete, Mitchell goes over 100 yards passing. Goes over almost to 200 yards or it's passing in this game for the 2nd straight week.
And there was a flag on the play. It's going to go against the Vulcans, so it'll be a 1st and 15 now.
There was an illegal man downfield penalty on that one.
So they'll move the Vulcans back. 1st and 15 from the 16-yard line. 5:27 left to play in the first half. Mitchell going to hand this one off to McCann. McCann trying to find a little bit of room. Going to get brought down right around the original line of scrimmage. There's a couple of words and pushes being exchanged between a couple members of either team. Referees coming in to break that up. So McCann able to pick up 6 on the play. 2nd and 9 from the 22 now.
Yeah, things get a little chippy down there. There's a little bit of chirping going on.
There's nothing wrong. A little bit of friendly banter, just against 2 teams. 2nd and 9, 4:50 left to play. Mitchell gets the snap. Out route, trying to find Langley, and I think once again, I don't think Langley looks like not on the same page. Looks like Langley may have ran the wrong route. Didn't break out when Mitchell wanted him to, and that one's going to go incomplete.
Yeah, again, we apologize if you hear any profane language up here. As the coach is not too happy about that one.
And with that, that'll stop the clock with 4:47 left to play. 3rd and 9 now from the 22. Mitchell still in the shotgun. It's going to have Jackson alone on the far side, on the near side. We'll have Tarrant. And one other receiver can't quite see. Mitchell gets the snap. Going to step his way, rolling to the right in the pocket. That pass going to fall incomplete. Trying to find Langley on the reception across the field. We'll bring up 4th down now for the Vulcans, and out comes the punting unit once again.
And not the drive the Vulcans were looking for on that one, as Rosensteel comes out for the 3rd time in this one.
Zimmerman back to receive once again for the Griffins. Rosensteel back to punt.
Looks like they're sending the house on this one.
We've seen this a couple times. Nearly Rosensteel able to get that punt off. Nice booming punt. Zimmerman going to let it take a bounce, and it's going to take a favorable bounce for the Vulcans. Going to get fielded at around the 30-yard line, and this is a very big and a very important drive for this Griffin offense. I mean, they get the ball to start the second half. If they were to put up points here at the end of the first half, it could really swing the game back into their favor coming into the second half.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, John. But the Vulcan defense also has to make a stop here with 4.5 left in the first half. going to have to come up with some sort of answer on this one.
I mean, if they're able to get a stop, hope maybe there's enough time. Vulcans still have one timeout. Maybe able to work their way back down the field, put up some more points before half. But they need to get the stop first. Receiver in motion. Donald still in the backfield. Going to hand this one up to the outside. And the ball's going to come out. Miller not able to recover, but it looks like someone from the Vulcans is going to jump on top of it, waiting for the official signal from the referee.
And it looked like Noah Dillo got that one for the Vulcans.
And it looks like Seton Hill are going to come out victors on recovering the fumble.
They're going to say the... Yeah, it looks like number 66 for Seton Hill, right tackle, Daniel Morales are coming up with that one.
So big break for the Griffins there, able to fall on that one. And like you said, it looks like Dillo just leaped on it, but it couldn't quite get his body around it. But not a lot of time left here in this 3:43 left here in the first half. Bradley still in the backfield, and
yeah, like that's gonna.
There'll be a flag thrown. I think this time it's going to go against the Vulcans.
We'll wait on the referee, but I think you're probably right, John. And I'll be surprised if this one goes against Seton Hill.
And actually, it was going to be a timeout called. Seton Hill called a timeout before the play started, so that'll stop the clock with 3:38 left to play. And I mean, to me, I thought the play was going off. It looked like Hutchinson kind of jumped the gun a little bit, got a little antsy after that fumble on the last play, but Seton Hill able to get the able to call the timeout, stop it with 3:38 left to play.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I thought the Vulcans jumped the gun on that one, but no, it's gonna be a timeout call. And this one open. Mercyhurst getting interesting as the Lakers get the football back here, or excuse me, the Clarion gets the football back here. Or Mercyhurst with the interception and sending the offense back out now, excuse me, with 52 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, we make sure to keep you updated on that score, and coming out of this timeout, we can take another talk about of the rest of the remaining schedule for the Vulcans against Slippery Rock next week, following that week Mercyhurst, and then the last two games both at home against Gannon and East Stroudsburg. 5 out for the Griffins, and that time it'll be a false start against number 10 Ethan Fame. I think he looked a little too excited out there, and that will move him back.
Not too often we're calling a false start on a wide receiver on that one. Usually it's somewhere on the line, but here we are. Or marching it off 5 more yards back.
And with that, Fame is going to come out of the game. In for him will be Kyron Courgette. Looks like it'll be Seton will go from the 5 wide to the 4 wide and have Courgette in the backfield with Daniel. Or Bradley, excuse me. Bradley hands it up to Courgette. Courgette able to break a tackle, runs into his own man. He's going to get brought down for the first down yardage. Great run by Kyron Courgette, able to pick up the first down.
But Seton Hill's going to have to hurry up here with 3.5 to go in the half.
Clock stops, waiting for the chains to move, but the clock now moving. 3:20 left to play here in the first half. And Seton Hill still look content with just kind of slowing things down. They still do have 2 timeouts left. Bradley in the shotgun, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Going to hand it off once again to McGriff. McGriff trying to find any room, going to get brought down well in the backfield. It's going to lose about 4 on the play, 4 or 5 on the play.
Yeah, Hamlin going to step up on that one. And him along with Kevon Mormont and Gabe Miller coming in and surrounded him. It was like the Raptors from Jurassic World surrounding the trainer on that play.
Brings 2nd and 14. The clock still moving. 2:37 left to play. Bradley in the backfield. 4 receiver sets for the Griffins. Bradley gets a snap, quick pass to his left. That pass is caught. He's going to make his way out of bounds that time. Number 5, Mark Bales on the reception. He's going to go out of play around the 47-yard line. So bring up 3rd down and about 5 now for, or 3rd and 6 now for the Griffins. Need to get the ball to the Vulcans' 47-yard line for the first down. Maybe the fans starting to get more into it. You know, I've seen how had not the greatest season so far, but a close game against a very good team in the Vulcans. Still plenty of life in this one. Gets a snap handoff. A nice rush is going to get brought down just shy of the first down marker. McGriff on the carry. It looks like the forward progress won't be allotted to him. Bring up fourth and inches now for this Griffins offense.
And it looks like they're going to go for it. And they're going to make a couple old changes that there as into the backfield as we see the number 44. Or Hendricks checking in for Seton Hill.
We've already seen them convert 1 4th down in this first half. Looking to do it again. And there's going to be a flag thrown in the backfield. Waiting to see what the call is. I just heard a fan in front of us say, "Now what?" So I'm thinking the same thing, you know. There is no flag on the play. The referees wave it off. So it still remains 4th and 1 from the 48. And the clock is stopped with 1:20 left to play.
And the clock should have started back up on that one.
It's going to be Bradley in the shotgun once again. Almost got a jump from that Vulcans defensive line, and you can hear the fans down below us wanting that call. No flag is thrown by the referee. And finally, there's going to be a timeout called.
Yeah, play clock down to 3 seconds, and so I think they were going with the freezer play on that one.
With that, the clock still stopped, and I think, like you said, I'm pretty sure the clock should have started, but not quite sure. The clock's still at 1:20 left to play in the first half. California with a 14-0 lead. Get a quick station identification. You're listening to us on 91.9 FM. WCAL, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. You're also listening to us on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC Network. So I hear the Seton Hill Band to our right playing the Family Guy theme song. As we come out of this timeout, Seton Hill has the potential, if they're able to get this first down, to drive their way down the field and get some points on the board before half, but need to pick up this 4th and 1. So far, this Vulcan defense has been great. Able to get a couple stops and need to get one more. If they're able to get a stop here, will turn the ball over back to the Vulcans offense still, and they still have one timeout left remaining here in the first half. So it could be a big swing either way.
Yeah, if the Vulcans find a way to stop it, we got to stop here. Here it's going to be big. So at the half, we got a score update. Clarion leads Mercyhurst 20-14 right now. So we'll keep you updated on that one.
4th and 1. 4th and 1. Bradley still out there in the shotgun. 2 receivers, one on either side. And Griffin in the backfield with him. And there's going to be a whistle blown. I think this time Seton Hill going to call another timeout.
Yeah, that's going to be their last time out. I don't think the Griffins like what they saw there. So, they're going to go and talk things over here.
I thought maybe after the first one they were going to just try to send the offense out there, get the Vulcans to jump off sides, and then send the punting unit out afterwards. But they send the offense out there again. And like you said, I don't think they like what they saw. Going to call the timeout and going to try to draw something up once again, try to talk things over. But just like that, I mean, they had 3 timeouts on this drive, and now they have none.
Yeah, and the Vulcans still have one. So, don't be surprised if the Vulcans get started driving downfield, and Seton Hill's not going to have a way to stop them.
Absolutely, but the Vulcans do need to get the stop first. And with that, both teams coming out, looks like they are going to send the punt team out there once again.
And they're hurrying it up out there. As we saw Terrence sprinting out onto the field.
I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe some shenanigans here from this punting unit.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
So keep an eye out on that. Looks like it's just going to be a normal punt. After all of that, just a punt. And Tarrant muffs it. There's going to be a big pile for it. Tarrant unable to pull that in. I'm waiting to see the call from the referee, Seton Hill, signaling that they were able to recover that. waiting for the official signal from the referee. And it looks like Seton Hill are going to recover the punt. Cam Tarrant not able to pull that one in. So Seton Hill gifted a beautiful opportunity. I mean, they could have went for it on 4th down. They're like, you know what? We're just going to punt it away, and hopefully they mess up.
They're going to change it. They're going to change it and say it's Vulcan football.
What a change.
Wow.
And the fans not happy about it, and I completely understand. I mean, it looks like the Griffins were able to recover, but the Vulcans catch a huge break as they'll now get the ball on their own 16-yard line. And Tarrant with a huge weight off his shoulders. I mean, the Griffins would have had ball 1st and 10 from the 17. A great chance to get some points on the board, but now the Vulcans offense showing back out there. 4 receivers for Mitchell. Flag thrown. I think this time going to go against the Vulcans. The Seton Hill players seem to agree, and there will be a false start against the Vulcans. Back him up now to the 12.
Yeah, not the way you wanted to start the drive off. You got a minute 8. Now you got to get 88 yards, or excuse me, 87 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10 or 1st and 15 from the 13-yard line.
1:08 left to play. 1st and 15 from the 13. Mitchell gets the snap. Quick throw in and out of the hands of Greer. Stop the clock with 1:04 left to play. I mean, you've seen this a couple times from the Vulcans this year. Get the ball at the end of the half, and usually they're content with kind of just running in, just seeing how things going. But they seem a little bit pressured a little bit, or to try to throw the ball down the field a little bit more.
Yeah, I think they have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after last week's game, and I guarantee you, Noah Mitchell and company, you're looking to answer back after that.
Just want to put up as many points as possible. Mitchell still in the shotgun, 4 receivers set for the Vulcans. It's going to have McGriff move to the other side. Mitchell gets the low snap, quick pass once again. This time Greer able to pull that one in. Nice move by Greer, trying to get his way to the outside, get brought down at around the 30-yard line, and the clock will stop for the chains to move. So the Vulcans going to try to move quickly to the line, and there's going to be some words exchanged from a couple of Vulcan players against the Seton Hill, like we talked about earlier. Sorry about any language you may hear.
Oh boy, not what we wanted to see there.
Waiting, 3 flags thrown, waiting for the official call. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike against California and an unsportsmanlike against Seton Hill, so the penalties will offset. I believe the play will stand. So
so the play will stand.
So California will still have the ball on the 31-yard line. Clock will start to move now. And Mitchell is still trying to receive the signal from the far side. 4 receivers now for the Vulcans. McGriff still in the backfield. Mitchell gets the snap under a little bit of pressure. He's going to get brought down for the sack. That was number 95 for the Griffins, Nelson Gideon, on the far side, able to bring him down.
Seton Hill better celebrating like that. Do a little too much. You're going to see some more yellow on the field.
Graduate student from Irvington, New Jersey, able to get the sack on that one. And the offense, or the clock now just winding down. Mitchell going to hand this one off to McGriff. McGriff just trying to find any sort of yardage. Falls down on his own accord. It looks like with that, that'll be the end of the first half here in the Office Stadium in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Your score, California 14, Seton Hill nothing. We're going to take a quick break for the halftime. We'll be right back here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and 91.9 FM, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Off the Field here in Greensburg, Pennsylvania for the start of the second half between the Seton Hill Griffins and the California Vulcans. California with a decent lead, but not as big as maybe you would think so far, coming into the second half with a 14-0 lead. Seton Hill will get the ball back to start the second half. So, Johnny, and then we have some halftime stats. You want to read us off some of them?
All right, here we go. So rushing yards, Seton Hill leads that one by a slim margin, 37 to 30. And that one, and the Vulcans have the difference in receiving yards with 151. Total offensive yardage is 181 for the Vulcans, 105 for Seton Hill. Penalties in that first half, the Vulcans 2 of them for 10 yards, Seton Hill 7 for 37 in that one. And third down conversions, the Vulcans 4 of 7, Seton Hill 1 of 7 here. And first downs, both teams sitting even with 7.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway that you just read off from that first half is the 7 penalties for 37 yards for Seton. I mean, they're getting into some good positions on offense and on defense, but time after time, just penalty, giving the Vulcans a little bit more yardage, able to extend drives or shorten their own drives, and that's really killed them so far. In some individual stats we can look at, I mean, the standout so far for the Vulcans is Jaquay Jackson, 4 catches for 109 yards already. No touchdowns for him. Cam Tarrant, 3 for 17 with a touchdown as well. Noah Mitchell, 9 for 16, 151 yards and a touchdown. That 73-yard pass to Tarrant as well. And then on the other side, we had Scott and Bradley splitting time. Scott, 46 yards on 4 completions. And then Bradley, 2 for 2 with 22 yards as well. And then on the ground, could get 9 rushes for a net of 45 yards. So been a big factor so far on that offense for Seton.
And take a look at the defense here as we see John Hutchison and Josh Miller are leading the way for that Vulcan defense. And so we see Dominic Solomon Jr., 2 passes broken up, and both of those should have been picked off on those. Looking at the tackling as well. As we look at the total tackles, Noah Dillo leading the team in 8 tackles, Hutchison with 6. Solomon Jr. and Kevon Mormon also with 4.
And a big update in Division I college football. We just received over loudspeaker. Tennessee able to knock off the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Final score 52-49. You know what? I was kind of hoping for that coming in this one. I mean, they've been good for too long. All right, they need to lose a game.
Yeah, our good friend and camera 2 operator here tonight, Nate, was just talking about that one. As he's, I think, I just want Bama to lose, and well, he got his wish tonight.
Ask and you shall receive. And finally, the Crimson Tide fall off. What a big game, number 3 versus number 6 in the country.
That's going to hurt them in the standings big time.
And starting off the second half here for this game between the Griffins and the Vulcans. I almost said the Fighting Scots. That would not have been the right Penn West school. Would have been a completely different one.
We're done playing the sister schools already.
And too many for that. Beatco on his way to kick off for the Vulcans. Back deep to receive for the Griffins will be number 3, Alton Jones Jr., and number 6, Jaquan McGriff. A beautiful night here so far. The wind's kind of died down. It's kind of nice and cool under lights. I mean, great atmosphere so far. Beatco going to get us underway. Going to be fielded by Jones at the 11-yard line. Jones going to work his way up the field, runs into a wall of runners there from the Vulcans. Going to get brought down just past the 20-yard line, so the Griffins will take over 1st and 10 from the 21. Waiting to see who is going to come in to play quarterback for them, as obviously we saw to start the game, number 8, Eddie Scott, in there, but after getting banged up, number 16, Tyler Bradley, made his way in there. And looks like Bradley going to come out once again and lead this Griffin offense.
Yeah, it looks like Scott it's put the orange jersey on sitting on the sideline now. Looks like Seton Hill's going to keep him out for the rest of the game. However, we'll hold that thought to the play.
Going to hand off that time to Cricket trying to find a hole and not being brought down. Great job keeping his feet going, breaking a couple of tackles. Going to get brought down right around the 30-yard line, so nice chunky yardage. Big pickup, about 9 on the play.
So, as I was saying before the play, the other quarterback that Seton Hill has, McCormick, has taken off his orange jersey He has got just his uniform on, so he is ready to go. Oh, and Ace, they need to switch quarterbacks again.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Jake McCormick earlier in the year for the Griffins, and between some questionable play between him and Scott. Scott got the starting job, and now Bradley in there in the shotgun. Receiver in motion. He's going to hand this one off. Took a great, brought down in the backfield. Great job that time by number 55 for the Vulcans. Gerald Brown just burst his way through for a loss of about 4 on the play. Brings up third and 6 now for the Griffins.
Yeah, as we saw, we've talked about this Vulcan defense needing to come up with an answer to start this half. Right there, you see it with Gerald Brown coming in.
Yeah, great job by him. Brings up a 3rd and 6 now for the Griffins at the 26-yard line. Need to get to the Vulcans 32. It's going to be 4 receivers out for the Griffins. Bradley's going to have Cricket in the backfield with him. Vulcans looking to send him a little bit of pressure on that far side. Bradley gets a snap, quick throw, and pass complete over the middle that time by number 5, Mark Bale. Was able to pick up a first down yardage and more. Going to get brought down at the 38-yard line.
That'll be the 8th first down of the game for Seton Hill.
Great throw by Bradley, able to find Bales on that slant, able to keep the drive alive as our producer Gary is going to hit me in the shoe with a piece of his pizza crust that he was trying to throw in the garbage. You know what? It happens. You know, everyone's good at basketball. Bring up first down and 10 from the 39. 4 receivers once again for the Griffins. He's going to have Cricket in the backfield alongside Bradley. Bradley going to get the snap, hands off to Cricket. Cricket trying to find a hole and doing a great job of keeping going forward. Once again, another great rush by Cricket. He's been the main focus of this offense so far. Going to pick up about 9 on the play.
And just like the Vulcan offense, and it's Will with McCann and McGriff and with Williams, big guys with powerful legs that can move the ball.
There is a flag thrown on the play, and it's going to be a dead ball personal foul against the Vulcans. So after that, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and the Griffins are going to be moved well within inside Vulcan territory now.
Yeah, and we've seen, but this is where Seton Hill has stumbled. Oh, they've gotten into Vulcan territory, but have not made it past this 35-yard line.
Seton Hill looking to change that here. So they will take over now from the Vulcans 37. Now 12:40 left to play here in the third quarter. California 14-0 lead. Bradley in the backfield, 2 receivers, 1 on either side. Could get in the pistol just behind him. As a tight end split to the near side, waiting for the official, for the referee to blow the whistle and get us going here. Man in motion now to the near side. It's going to be a handoff once again to Cricket. Cricket trying to get some blocks, going to get brought down after a gain about 3. Well, that time Joe Brown on the defense once again.
And the Vulcan defense looking to hold him here. Here, got him down to about the 35-yard line. They're going to give him a gain of 2 on the play.
2 substitutions by either team brings up 2nd and 8 from the 35. Thank you for listening to us here on CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and 91.9 FM, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. It's Bradley, still in the shotgun, 4 receivers, 2 on either side for Bradley. Bradley gets a snap. Vulcan setting the house. Great tip at the line. I believe that was by number 30 for the Vulcans, Noah Dillo. Breaks up a huge play because I think they were going for that slant concept that they did a little bit earlier to pick up that 3rd down, but Dillo gets his hands up and breaks it away. And with that, that'll bring up a 3rd and long, now 3rd and 8 from the 35. They need to get to the Vulcans' 28-yard line for the first down. Bradley in the backfield, or in the shotgun, excuse me, is going to have McGriff to his right. Going to have 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Man in motion now trips on the far side. Going to fake the handoff to McGriff, and that was just a bad throw by Bradley. Looks like he wasn't, I think it kind of just slipped out of his hands there. We're going to go incomplete. Clock will stop at 11:49. Looks like the offense wants to stay out there to get this 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, you're way inside in the Vulcan territory. You're too short to punt it and too far to go for a field goal. Well, so this is the kind of that gray area where you almost have to go for it.
Hey, I mean, I like it. And we saw a couple teams do this very well against the Vulcans, especially Shepherd and Kutztown, and those 2 early losses that the Vulcans took this season. But have they been able to learn from it? Are they going to be able to get the stop on 4th down? Trips to the far side for the Griffins. McGriff still in the backfield, and looks like a couple of flags thrown, and waiting to see who it's going to be on. Both teams pointing fingers, and I think it's going to be interesting to see.
I think this is going to go against the offensive line and number 66, Daniel Morales.
Yeah, I think you're right, because it looks like Seton Hill looking to send the punting unit out. That's exactly what they're going to do, a false start against the Griffins. And, I mean, that's just been the story of the game for them. They get down here, and like you talked about earlier, they're able to get inside the Vulcan territory, but time after time not able to get any far past the 30 to 35-yard line, and that time gets stopped dead in their tracks. And now they're going to get pushed back after that one, and they're going to send out the punting unit once again. It'll be Jack Wagner back to kick, back deep to receive. Will be Tarrant. Tarrant muffed that one earlier, but it's going to be back there once again. Tarrant ranging over. Fair catch is called around the 15-yard line, so the Vulcans will take over deep inside their own half.
That seems to be the average starting point for the Vulcans. Every just about every drive has started from the 15.
So we're getting some great punts so far by Wagner, able to pin the Vulcans deep inside their own territory. So 11:43 left to play in the 3rd quarter. California will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from the 15 with a 14-0 lead. And I mean, this could be a statement drive from the offense. If they're able to drive down, get some points on the board, can really blow this game wide open. Man in motion is going to be a double reverse. Tarrant now with the ball. No, Mitchell out there throwing some blocks. Tarrant able to work his way up the field. Going to be brought down right around the line of scrimmage. So, I mean, cute play, but not really very effective.
I mean, and still got out of gain about a yard, or it's a positive play there for the Vulcans.
I'm all for teams pulling everything out of the playbook, you know, just doing everything they can and just trying to catch teams off guard. That time Seton well aware of the danger. 2nd down and 9 from the 16, 11-10 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Mitchell in the shotgun has McCann to his right. Going to have 3 receivers, 2 on the near side, 1 on the far. McCann now switching over to Mitchell's left. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to his right, quick pass, trying to find Langley. That one's going to fall incomplete. Langley vying for a flag from the referee. No flag is thrown. Going to bring up a 3rd and long now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, I can vouch for that one with Langley. As you can see, it looked like one of the defenders grabbed his jersey there.
Fortunate from the Vulcans. That'll bring up a 3rd and long now, and you talked about maybe. We've seen a couple calls. Maybe could have gone either way that time. That being one of them, could have gone either way as well. Bring up 3rd and 9 from the 16. 4 receivers set for the Vulcans. 2 on either side. McCann in the backfield with Mitchell. Mitchell gets the snap. Has plenty of time stepping up, throwing deep down the field, trying to find Greer. And if he would have made that catch, that would have been on Sports Center. One-handed over the back. Can't pull that one in. It's going to bring up a 4th down, so 3 and out by the Vulcan offense.
And that one, and here he brought that one in and sent that one into Sports Center.
I mean, the play last week against IUP made it to number 3 on Sports Center. I mean, hey, we can make it to number 1, you know.
Yep.
But with that will fall incomplete. Bring up 4th and 9, excuse me, from the 16. Rosensteel back to punt once again. Zimmerman back deep to return for the Griffins, setting up around his own 40-yard line. Rosensteel, a lot of time, nice punt, and this time going to take another bounce. Great bounce for the Vulcans, and Zimmerman trying to field it is going to get brought down by 2 Vulcans players around the 30-yard line. So another great punt by Clayton Rosensteel.
And we got a score update for you. Mercyhurst taking the lead now 21-20 against Clarion right now.
We talked about the Vulcans already able to defeat Clarion earlier on a couple weeks ago, and then face off against Mercyhurst in 2 weeks. So something to keep an eye out on as the Vulcans move forward here. Still plenty of room for opportunity to move up in the standings are the Vulcans as they face off next week against the Rock of Slippery Rock for homecoming. So make sure to listen in on that one. But going back into this game, Bradley still in the backfield, 2 backs on either side, hands us on to Cricket. going to get brought down after a big hit. After a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play, brought down. The big hit was by Noah Hamlin, but able to hold on. Looks like that'll be a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4 now from the 39. 10-14 and running here in the 3rd quarter. Bradley, after stepping in for the injured Scott, has looked very comfortable in the backfield for the I keep wanting to say the Fighting Scots because his name's Scott, but it's the Griffins. Man in motion, Pregame receiving the handoff. He's going to get brought down in the backfield. Great job by the Vulcans. That time Noah Dillo again able to bring him down.
That's the thing. Noah Dillo's been all over this defense today, and he's stepping up for the Vulcans along with the Miller brothers and Matt Toby.
I mean, that linebacking core has been great so far for the Vulcans. Toby Dillo and both Miller brothers have been great, and I still believe a few of them still have another year or 2 left here at Cal U, so hopefully come back and putting up more great performances like this one. Bring up 3rd and 7 from the 36. Bradley going quickly, a ton of pressure. Great one-handed catch by McGriff. Was going to get brought down, trying to get that screen off, but brought down right around the line of scrimmage, 4th down.
Yeah, as I thought that one was going to sail over McGriff's head there, but a nice one-handed grab there. What is with the one-handed grabs of the teams against us? I'm waiting to see the Vulcans do one.
And I mean, they got to show out when you're playing against the Vulcans. But a great catch by them, able to pull that one in. So 4th and 7 from the 36. Wagner back to punt. It's going to be Tarrant back to receive around the 27-yard line. Vulcans setting some pressure, nearly able to block that one. Tarrant going to just let this one spin its way out of bounds. Vulcans will now take over from their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, decent field position and for the Vulcans this time, you're not pinned all the way inside the 20.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this might be one of their best all game.
I think since the opening kickoff when the Vulcans brought it out to about the 32-yard line to start the game, it was about the only other time that I could say that they've had decent field position.
Like I said, not pinned very deep inside of their own half, so maybe it'll allow the offense to open up just a little bit. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the 27. 8:32 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. California with a 14-0 lead. Mitchell in the shotgun, 3 receivers set for the Vulcans. He's going to hand this one off or he's going to keep it himself, actually. No, Mitchell with the read option, going to get pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 8. I mean, he fooled me, and I think he fooled the entire Seton Hill defense on that one.
I was with you on that one. I didn't see it until the last second, and when Mitchell was scampering down the sideline.
No, Mitchell showing off the wheels. Going to pick up about 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 now from the 35. Still in the shotgun. He's going to have McCann in the backfield to his left. 3 receivers now for the Vulcans. 2 on the near, 1 on the far. Seton Hill looking to send a little bit of pressure here. Going to hand this one off to McCann. McCann runs into his own man, but tries to work his way up the field. Forward progress will give him the 1st down. So another 1st down for the Vulcans. And we hear the fans, and we see a little bit of pushing after the play. And here are the fans in front of us saying to kind of just keep it in check. But California with the 1st down, 1st and 10 now from the 38. 7:40 and running now on the clock. 2 backs, 1 on either side of Mitchell, McGriff, and McCann. 3 receivers now for the Vulcans. Mitchell gets the snap, hands it off to McCann. McCann looking for a couple blocks, can't get his way through the hole there. Going to get brought down after a gain of maybe 2 around the 40-yard line. And once again, apologize if you hear any profane language over our microphones from the coaches on right next to us. With that, 2nd and 8 now from the 40. 7 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Vulcans still in this set. McGann and McGriff on either side of Mitchell. Mitchell gets the snap, looking to throw. Eyes on the near side, trying to find Langley. That pass falls incomplete. 3rd long now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, that one just a little too strong there for Langley. Mitchell old. hitting one of the guys on the Griffin bench here.
Couple substitutions now for the Vulcans. McCann still in the backfield. Going to be 4 receivers now for the Vulcans. Jackson and Tarrant on the far side. We'll have Greer and Langley on the near side. McCann in the backfield. Seton Hill sending 3 men over on the far side. Looks like they're going to double up Jaquay Jackson. So hopefully that will leave someone open. Mitchell gets the snap. Gets under a little bit of pressure. Ralph scrambling to his left, trying to get a couple blocks. Mitchell trying to run he's going to lose the ball. Mitchell fumbled, waiting to see the call. But Noah Mitchell loses ahead of that, and that one's going to go over to Seton Hill. Noah Mitchell fumbled. It's going to get recovered by Seton Hill by number 50 for them, Jemiah Thomas, and Seton Hill going to take over on downs with great field position now.
Yeah, Jaheim Thomas stepping up there with the hit.
That was great coverage by, great coverage by the Seton Hill, just covering all those receivers. And Mitchell was like, maybe if I can run it, I can get it myself. But Seton Hill on this defense has been great so far. And what you think with a defense like this, they wouldn't be winless coming into this game, as there is an injured Griffin down on the field. But like I was saying, you would think that a team like this, with playing defense against one of the better offenses in the country, would not be looking for their first win coming into week 7.
Yeah, and that's Seton Hill's played some close games this season, and lost a few good ones. But as we see the injured Griffin walking off on his own power, that's number 4. And Zahir Reed, one of the DBs for this Griffin defense.
And hopefully everything is okay with him as he's able to make his way off the field walking on his own accord. And Griffins will take over 1st and 10 from the 42. 6:37 left to play. Trips on the near side for Bradley. Has McGriff in the backfield with a man in motion. Going to stay just in front of him. Bradley gets a snap. Vulcan setting some pressure here. Bradley going to step up, going to slide just right around the 40-yard line. And great job by the Vulcans to, I think that was Noah Dillo trying to make the tackle there. Just jumps out of Bradley's way to avoid the penalty.
Yeah, Dillo stepping up once again here for the Vulcans. And Bradley just happened to just go down to the ground quickly. He otherwise get flattened by Noah Dillo.
Yeah, Bradley started his slide around the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain. Trips on the near side, hands it off to McGriff. McGriff, great run with a nice speed there, able to get brought down just shy of the first down marker. So bring a 3rd and 1 now for the Griffins.
And this is what I've talked about. The Griffins have played some close ones early on, and on 11:25 again. And Sweeling, another one on 21 on to 10 in that one. And then last week or 2 weeks ago when they played Slippery Rock, lost a big one and 30-2. Seton Hill, the team with the safeties this year.
Hand off to McGriff, going to get brought down right around the line of scrimmage. It's going to be no gain. Vulcan's defense going to make a hold, going to bring up 4th down and 2 now. Excuse me, that was Cricket on the carry. So it's going to be the same discussion we had earlier. Looks like they're Seton Hill going to bring out that offense once again in a similar spot to was last time. Last time they tried to do this, false start penalty moved them back, then they had to send out the punting unit.
And it looks like I think they're going to try to get at the Vulcans offside with the clock's running, and so they're going to have to do something quickly with 6 on the clock.
Yeah, only 5 on the play clock now. Need to go quickly. Trips on the far side, and like you talked about, I think just not really sure what to do. Seton Hill will take their first time out of the half, and that'll stop the clock with 4:37 left here in the 3rd quarter. And I mean, it's the same discussion that we're going back to. Will they send out this offense once again, and if so, will they be able to convert? Because last time they went out, they tried to draw the Vulcans offside, and they looked like they wanted to get a playoff, but false start penalty moved them back.
And they burned through all 3 timeouts on that drive of last half as well. So you can't have that happening again.
I know you're looking at it on your tablet, and the viewers can't see it, but we're taking a look at the previous matchups between the Vulcans and the Griffins. California last year able to get a big win, 42-14, and Seton Hill looking for their first win in a long time. Looking for their first. The last time the Vulcans win 9 in a row, have not lost. They've won 9 straight games since 2008. As they played each other on and off again. So Seton Hill looking to break that here tonight.
And Seton Hill hasn't had football that long, so that just shows how well this Vulcan team's been playing.
It's going to hand off to Croquette. Croquette pushing around that first down marker. Forward progress, I don't think it's going to be enough. It's going to be right around the first down marker, so waiting to see, and it looks like the Vulcan defense going to make their way off the field. Nice stop.
Yeah, they're going to say that he's short by about a yard. Or after, we'll wait on the official.
I think they're signaling to bring out the chains to measure.
So we'll wait here. It's close, but I think he's down by about a yard.
Yeah, not quite sure. And I think they wanted to bring out the chain unit, not quite sure if they're coming out, and then finally they will make their way onto the field. But if the Vulcans are able, if this is short, great stop from the Vulcans. I mean, you kill the momentum from Seton Hill's offense, and you get your offense back on the field to try to score some more points. And now waiting for the official measurement. I think he's a yard short, so great stop and great hold by that Vulcan defense.
Yep, so, big stop there. As you saw Noah Dillo coming out of the pile. And Seton Hill's coaching staff asking for an explanation there.
It seems I'm just trying to get some things explained to him. You know, I think the players thought it was a lot closer than what it ended up being. I mean, at first it looked like it was really close, but then the chains came out. I mean, he was a whole yard and a half short.
Yeah, like I said, Ed, he was a lot further back than what a lot of people were thinking over there.
So the Vulcan offense will come out. 1st and 10 from the 33, 4:31 left to play in the third quarter. Mitchell in the shotgun, trips to the far side. Going to have one receiver on the near. Going to hand this one off to McGriff. McGriff get brought down after a gain about 1 or 2. Bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Vulcans. Vulcan offense looking to get things going. Haven't been able to do much in the second half so far. And only 2 scores, which is not something that we're used to talking about. We're talking about in the first half 3, 4, 5 scores from this Vulcan offense, but held quiet so far tonight. Mitchell gets the snap, looking, firing to the right-hand side. That pass caught by Greer. Greer able to break a tackle before being brought down past the first down marker. So great job by him, and that'll bring up another Vulcans first down.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Seton Hill could have made the tackle sooner, but they had to readjust. That was your reads. Otherwise, it would have been in a horse collar.
Mitchell going quickly, and this offense going quickly. That time trying to find Greer once again on this near side, right around the 40-yard line. That pass will go high and incomplete, and I see that a couple times from the Vulcans, just trying to get things going quickly, trying to get up to the line, trying to go fast, but that time unable to get anything going. And that'll stop the clock. 3:41 left to play here in the third quarter. California with a 14-0 lead. 4 receiver sets. Going to have Jackson and Terra on the far side. Greer and Langley on the near. Mitchell gets the snap. Going to pass this one. Pass complete to Langley. Nearly drops it. Was able to hold on. Big hit that time by number 2, DeMonte Pratt. Going to bring down Langley after a gain of 2. Bring up a 3rd and long once again for the Vulcans.
Luckily, Langley held on to that one. That play could have went bad real quick.
It looks like that one almost just got knocked out of his hands, but Langley doing a great job at holding on. Bring up 3rd and 9 actually now for the Vulcans from the 46. Mitchell in the shotgun, trips to the far side. Mitchell gets the snap, fires this one. Langley makes the catch and able to break a tackle. Langley works his way up to field before getting pushed out. right around the 30-yard line. So we've seen that play a couple times, just trying to find Langley on this near side and finally able to convert on it.
Yeah, Langley, he got out the little hitch and go. Ran up field and turned on the jet. This is the first time we've seen the Vulcans on this side of the 50 in a long time, John.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vulcans very good in the red zone. Need to be able to get some points on the board here. Trips to the far side. Mitchell in the pistol. McGriff still in the backfield. Langley on the near side. Mitchell gets the snap. Going to option this one. Pitch it off to McGriff. McGriff trying to find some blocks. Doing a great job at staying on his feet before picking up a couple. It's just so funny sitting here in the booth next to the coaches. You hear them. They're not too happy about it. But, I mean, if you're McGriff, you almost got brought down in the backfield but able to turn it into positive yardage.
Yeah, and this is probably about the closest we're going to be to field level since we were at Kutztown.
Yeah, absolutely. As we'd have a score update. Fourth quarter starting in the Clarion Mercier's game. Mercier's with a 1-point lead, 21-20.
Yeah, and they're driving as well.
Trying to extend that lead. Mitchell in the shotgun gets the snap. Looking to his left, firing deep down the field once again. That pass is caught for the touchdown, but there is a flag. Gonna wait to see if that time, believe is Malik Langley pulling that one in, or Jaquay Jackson.
I think that one's goes to Jackson on the play. So right now we have a touchdown. I think this one might be going against Seton Hill.
Waiting to see what the flag is. Be pass interference on the defense. So that will be a touchdown for the Vulcans. Jaquay Jackson with another monster day, able to cap it off with another touchdown. So with 2 of 3 left to play, scored 20-0. Awaiting the extra point from Beatco. Tarrant to hold. Beatco's kick is up, and Beatco's kick is good. So with 2 of 3 left to play, your score: California 21, Seton Hill nothing. And I mean, what else to say? Another great game from Jaquay Jackson. Mitchell to Jackson has been fantastic all season, and Jackson's just been a star this year for the Vulcans, leading almost all of Division II in pretty much every receiving category this year.
Yeah, and Mitchell also up there towards the top in quarterback stats. Mitchell now all after that drive is over 200 yards passing, 14 of 26, 233 yards through the air. He's been sacked twice thus far. So after that drive, if I can get my tablet to cooperate here with us. So 7 plays, 67 yards in 2.5 minutes for the Vulcans, or 6 again.
Went on the day now for Jaquay Jackson, 5 catches for 138 yards and a touchdown. So another big day. Gonna see him in conversations for the PSAC Offensive Athlete of the Week once again.
See him or QB1 in that situation.
Beatco going to kick us off, going to get us underway. It's going to be fielded by Jones at the 3-yard line. Jones able to find a nice hole, working his way up the left-hand side. One man to beat, going to get brought down at the 34-yard line by Micah Tillman. So another decent field position start for the Griffin offense.
Yeah, Tillman wasn't going to be, he fooled on that one, and he focused on the football there and stopped the runner at the 35.
And it denies us another opportunity to see Anthony Beatco lay the smackdown on someone, but the Griffins offense will take over. 1st and 10 from the 35, 1:55 left to play here in the third quarter. Daniels in the shotgun, man in motion, going to fake the handoff. Daniels under a little bit of pressure, going to get that pass, going to fall incomplete. Flag thrown in the backfield.
I think this one's going to go against McGriff.
Waiting to hear the official call from the referee. It's going to be a holding call. And like you said, I think it was in the backfield. That time, we're going to move things back. 1st and 20 now from the 25. And the Vulcans finally able to get some pressure back there to Bradley. Force him to make an uncomfortable throw. And that one will go out of play. So it'll be 1st and 20 now. Still Replay that first down from the 25, 149 left to play. Bradley gets the snap, looking to throw once again. That one in and out of the hands, and it's going to be another flag. And I believe this time it's going to go against the Vulcans, against Noah Hamlin. I believe it's going to be a pass interference called against the Vulcans, and you saw Noah Hamlin afterwards on the play a little bit upset about that one, as he thought he had good coverage, but he was getting a little bit handsy with the receiver and trying to force the break up against Bales. But Seton Hill will now get the ball first down and 10 now, and it'll be an automatic first down. Seton Hill now back pretty much around where they started. First and 10 now from the 32. Bradley in the shotgun, 4 receivers for the Griffins. Bradley gets a snap, looking, firing quickly to his right, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. That one was for number 11, Tyon Battle. Unable to pull that one up, breaking second down and 10.
Yeah, good defense on the Vulcans on that one.
Able to break that one up, breaking second down and 10. From the 32. If you're just joining us, California with the lead 21-0 over the Seton Hill Griffins. Trips to the far side now for the Griffins. Bradley going to hand this one off to Coquette. Trying to work his way back and get brought down right around the line of scrimmage. There actually is going to be a loss of a yard, so 3rd and 11 now for the Griffin offense.
Yeah, Von Mormon and stepping up there with that DB blitz.
Seton Hill still in the very similar formation. Three people on the far side, one on the near. Bradley with a fake count, trying to maybe draw some Vulcans offside. And Bradley just waiting for the snap. Bradley gets the snap under a little bit of pressure, rolling to his right. Pass is going to be complete and brought down immediately. Is the Seton Hill receiver. That time was caught by number 13, Todd Phillips. So he's going to be brought down well short of the first down marker.
Yeah, and they're going to send the punting unit out there, and they're going to have to hurry because time is ticking here in the 3rd quarter.
They will have to. There's about a 3-second difference between the game clock and the play clock, so they will need to get this punt off before the quarter ends. 23 seconds in running here in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be Wagner back to punt, and Tarrant back deep to receive. Tarrant standing at around his own 30-yard line. Seton Hill just running off as much time as possible. That time, Vulcan unable to get there. Tarrant going to fair catch that one around the 38-yard line, but
yeah, we got a flag. It looks like it's going to be running into the kicker on this one.
I heard the fans in front of me a little happy about that one, as I feel like they've been jaded by the referees all game.
Yeah, that's only going to be the 5-yard variety, so they're still going to have to kick this one off.
Waiting for the official call from the referee. We hear the coaches on the wall just behind us saying that it is a 5-yard penalty, so we're going to have to do it again. This time just a little bit moved up.
5-yard penalty? Come on.
Just waiting for the confirmation, and after referees having a little bit of a discussion with either side, it will be running into the kicker penalty.
So they're sending the offense back out, all it looks like, but I think so it's going to be 4th and 2 now, but are they going to make them? So it's going to be an untimed down because you can't have end the quarter on a defensive penalty.
So it'll be 4th and 2 now, and like I said, looks like they're going to send out the offense once more. And I mean, if I completely understand this, if you're Seton Hill, I mean, you're down by 21, you need to be able to convert this and try to get yourself back into the game. And if you're able to get a score in this drive, it would be great. But offense back out there, defense back out there. 4th and 2, trips on the near side. Bradley in the shotgun with Croquette to his left. Bradley gets the snap, looking for a quick pass. That one caught by Phillips, going to get hit straight away, but is able to pick up the first down. And with that, that will end the third quarter here in the Offense Stadium. Your score, California 21, Seton Hill nothing. And like we said, we don't really have any commercials or timeouts, so we're going to keep going, and California unable to get that stop on fourth down.
And unfortunately for that one, but while we got a moment, jump on and shout out to our sponsor, Haunted Hills Estate Screen Park, located in Uniontown, right off of Route 119, being your premier haunted attraction in the Pittsburgh area. With new attractions and experiment in 31 paintball, all survive the clowns of Twisted Nightmare, plus the house, the trail with its four attractions as well. All between the burial, all Deadwoods, Sin Creek, and the Corn Maze, and he's along with much more. Or so. For more information or to order your tickets, go to hauntedhillsestate.screenpark.com. All new here this year at Haunted Hills Estate Screen Park.
Make sure also to follow us on social media, CUTV and CUTVPA on Instagram and Twitter. And follow us on there, and also on TikTok. Make sure to follow the radio station 91.9 FM. Make sure to check that one out as well, and also listen to us as a podcast, CUTV and Friends, on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Plenty of new shows on there, and plenty to keep up with around the Cal U campus. Cal U will now, or Seton Hill, will take over, starting the fourth quarter at their own 45.
So we have the pass, punt, and kick contest going on.
Yeah, look at that! What a punt! I mean,
kid's got a boot.
Reminds me of myself when I was younger, out there punting, getting a nice kick on that.
The old school run-up kick there.
Hey, I respect it,
Hey, I'm not going to question it.
It's always nice to see all these younger kids having fun.
This one's a lefty.
Oh, the lefty coming out here and absolutely drills that one down the field. And with that, I believe that'll conclude the punt, pass, and kick contest.
I believe that'll be the last one for the night.
But I mean, I think at that point that is the more important football game here today, the punt, pass, and kick contest. I think we should have just streamed that for the last 3 hours.
I don't know if our producer Gary would agree with that one.
You never know. I mean, give him a couple cans of Coke, and I'm sure we can convince him. But the Griffins back out here on offense, 4 receivers for the Griffins. Looks like there will be some movement around the line of scrimmage. Flag thrown. Be a false start on the offense. We're going to get the right tackle that time. Number 66, Daniel Morales, will go again, and we saw some pressure.
I think they're going to get the running back McGriff on that one.
It looks like there's some pressure on the near side. That time, Dominic Solomon Jr. looking like he was going to come in off the edge, but we'll move the Griffins back. 1st and 10 now from the 1st and 15, from the 40. Start of the fourth quarter. California up 3 scores, 21-0. Bradley in the backfield, fakes the handoff. Now looking to throw. That one passed deep down the field, and he's going to be able to find Phillips on the far side before getting pushed out of bounds by number 1, Noah Hamlin. And another big play by this Griffin offense. Gets them well within Vulcan territory, going to take over around the 30-yard line.
This is the furthest that they've gotten into the Vulcan side of the field.
So it looks like they're going to he's going to take over from the 34. Thought maybe got a little bit further down the field, but the Griffins will have themselves well within their the furthest they've been all game. Like you said, have been down here quite a few times, but haven't been able to get past this. Looking to change that here. Nice swing pass, able to get it to McGriff, and McGriff palming that one deep down the field, trying to find his intended receiver in Bales, but great play call. And McGriff showing off a little bit. I mean, we've seen a couple quarterbacks, and McGriff could have been one of them.
Something you don't see that often, and the halfback pass, you don't see that play every day.
That pass just too far ahead of Bales, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And we talked about it earlier with the Vulcans going for the double reverse. Just it's nice seeing the teams just try to pull out any play in the playbook to try to try to throw the other team off, and that time the Vulcans weren't really aware of it. Well, they'll bring up 2nd and 10. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far. We're going to hand this one off to McGriff. McGriff twisting and turning before being brought down right around the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 4 or 5 on the play. Injured Vulcan slow to get up. That time, or that being number 54, Derek Corboy. Looks like he's limping his way off the field. Hopefully everything is okay with him.
Yeah, hopefully nothing more than a cramp there as he walks off the field under his own power.
Well, they'll bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Griffin offense. 2 receivers on either side. Man in motion now. 3 brings up trips on the near side. Going to hand this one off once again to McGriff. McGriff getting a nice push. And it's going to be brought all the way to the first down marker. Great run by this Griffin offense. See, that was Cricket on the carry. I mean, carried the both teams on his back to get that first down.
Yeah, and like I said, this is the first time we've actually seen Seton Hill putting up an actual offensive drive.
With that, they'll take over 1st and 10 now at the 24. 13-15 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Bradley gets the snap, hands it off to Cricket. Cricket able to break a tackle and getting spun up after a gain of about 3. And it's like there's a couple of words being exchanged between a few of the players on either team. But another good run. Going to gain of about 3 on the play for the Griffins. The 2nd and 8 actually for the Griffin offense. 4 receivers for them, 2 on either side. Paquette still in the backfield with Bradley. 5 seconds left on the game clock. Able to get that one off pass deep into the end zone. Nowhere near his intended target. Trying to find Hezekiah Hawkins on that deep shot. There's going to be a flag thrown in the end zone. And, I mean, at that point, I think it's going to have to go against the Vulcans.
I was looking for it, but I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, not quite sure. Waiting to receive the official call. It's going to be a holding call against the Vulcans. So I give the Griffins some extra yardage and another first down. So the Griffins finally making their way inside of Vulcan territory. And that'll place the ball at the 12-yard line, so 1st and 10 now from the 12 for this Griffin offense. 12:21 left to play. Bradley in the shotgun, hands this one off to Cricket. Cricket looking for some room. Going to get brought down after a gain of 2 on the play of 2nd and 8.
Yeah, something to talk about out here, John. And since the start or the second half, the Vulcans taking a lot of penalties here. Here, a little undisciplined, and 3 penalties in the 3rd quarter, and then 2 more here.
And that's just not what your team needs. Just extending drives for this Griffin offense and looking to get themselves into the end zone. Bradley in the shotgun, Cricket behind him. 1 receiver on either side. Going to hand this one off to Cricket once again. Going to work his way. Going to get brought down at the 8-yard line. So third and about 3 now for the Griffins. Excuse me, I can't see. It's pretty far away. Going to be 3rd and about 5 now for the Griffins. And then if you're at this point, I think this is 4-down territory for this Griffin offense. Need to get themselves into the end zone on this drive. Bradley in the shotgun, 4 receivers. Man in motion to the near side. Hands off to Cricket once again. Cricket trying to work his way forward. Going to get brought down.
It's going to be close for the sticks. I think he's short about a yard.
It looks like the referee is going to mark him just shy of the first down marker. 4th down now for the Griffins. And they are going to keep this offense out here once again. They need to get themselves into the end zone if they want a chance to come back into this game. 4th and 2 from the 4. Paquette in the backfield. Bradley in the pistol. One receiver either side. Vulcan stacking the box, hands it off to Paquette one more time. Paquette trying to get that outside angle. He's going to trip up, make his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Seton Hill Griffins able to strike in this game, get themselves on the board, and cut the lead down now. So, I mean, with 10-15 left to play, I mean, this is still a game.
Yeah, I thought Dillon was going to step up there. So, 3 for 4 on the day. Seton Hill on 4th down conversions.
Out to kick the extra point for the Griffins will be number 67, Luke Hogger. Hogger on for the extra point. That kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 10-15 left to play, your score California 21, Seton Hill 7. We'll get a quick station identification. You're listening to this game here on CTV, CTV Sports 1, the PSAC network, and 91.9 FM, WCAL, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. And it looks like we have an update in the Clarion-Mercyhurst game.
Yeah, it looks like Mercyhurst is going to run this one out on senior day and finally get their first conference win by the final score 21 into 20 here. Hold on, and I think they called timeout with 1 second. And so we'll see what's going on here.
Waiting to see on that one, but great drive from this Seton Hill offense. I mean, 13 plays for 65 yards in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So did what they had to do. Nice long drive for the Griffins and able to get themselves on the board. Cuts the lead to 2 scores now, 21-7. Out now to kick for the Griffins will be number 36, Jack Wagner, and we saw an onside kick attempted a couple weeks ago against Edinburgh, and Edinburgh able to pick it up, and the Vulcans looks like they're sending a couple more players up towards the front to not let that one happen.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna I think Seton Hill's gonna try to be fooled by any of this. It looks like they're gonna go for that onside.
One's gonna kick deep, back deep. It's going to end up all the way in the end zone for the touchback, so the Vulcans take over. 1st and 10 from the 25. It's offense able to get some points on the board, and they need to be able to put some more on there to try to extend this lead and try to just put this game out of sight.
Yeah, so correction, and there's 1 second left in this game between Mercyhurst and Clarion. Clarion inside field goal range now is it's a little unusual seeing the home team wearing white in this one, and as Mercyhurst has their, I was confused there for a moment.
So the Vulcans back out there once again, 1st and 10 from the 25. Mitchell in the pistol. Going to have 2 receivers on the near, one on the far. Sends a man in motion. Mitchell gets the snap, hands this one on to Williams this time. Makes his first appearance of the game, breaks a tackle, gets brought down past the first down markers. So Devontae Williams, the first time we've heard his name this game, and gets the first down.
Yeah, normally we've called it his name at least 2-3 times, and that was just in the first half. But today, not a whole lot of action from him, but making an impact here on his first run.
And with runs like that, you're going to keep yourself in the game for longer. He picks up 11, 1st and 10 now from the 37.
And score update, Clarion walks this one off 23-21, your final score.
Wow, Clarion with the big win at the buzzer, kicks the field goal to win that one. Mitchell fumbles the snap. He's going to get brought down in the backfield after a big hit. Looks like it wasn't a super high snap, but unable to just hold that one in. He's going to lose about 4 or 5 on the play after that one.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to lose about all 4 on that play.
So this game's the final game in the PSAC going on. So after that, it would be a loss of 3, actually. Bring up 2nd and 13 from the 35, 9:08, and running left to play here in the 4th quarter. Mitchell in the shotgun. And have Williams to his left, 3 receivers. Mitchell gets the snap, firing, trying to find Langley. That pass falls incomplete. There's some pushing and shoving after the play. Nothing called. Bring up a 3rd and long now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, kind of surprised that one, and hands a little late in there. thought we might see a flag the way the refs have been calling this one.
Yeah, we've seen the referee's not afraid to throw the flag in this game so far, but that incompletion will stop the clock. 8:54 left to play in the fourth quarter. California up by 14, 21-7. Vulcans with the ball, looking to convert this third down, 3rd and 13. For the Vulcan offense, Mitchell in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 on the far. Mitchell stepping up in the pocket, trying to evade the pressure, but can't evade it long enough. Going to get brought down for the sack. It's going to be number 90 for the Griffins, Dion Deshawn, in on the sack alongside of him. Also number 6, Nario Walks, able to bring Mitchell down. So another possession by this Vulcan offense where they just can't seem to get anything going.
Yeah, the Vulcans going to have to come up with some sort of answer here now. Here after that, right now, all the momentum in Seton Hill's favor, letting some of this clock wind down as we get close to 8 minutes.
Rosensteel back to punt, Zimmerman back to receive, standing around his own 30-yard line.
Looks like Seton Hill sending the house on this one.
Come close a couple times. Rosensteel's punt nearly gets blocked, but able to get that one off the field. Does not take a good bounce for the Vulcans. Will eventually roll and be stopped at the 38-yard line of the Griffins. So they will take over, and with great field position, like you said, all the momentum. I mean, this is still a very this game is still not out of sight for the Vulcans with 7:56 left to play.
Yeah, the Vulcans are going to have to play some disciplined football here. You can't be taking stupid penalty heats. You got to step up here, wrap up. Make sure you guys have that guy tackled, wrapped up on the tackle.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've seen that a couple times. Not able to get those last hits to bring down players, and it's come back to bite the Vulcans a little bit. Need to be able to clean up here. Bradley hands it off to Croquette. Croquette trying to find a hole, but gets brought down immediately. Great tackle there that time. I mean, as soon as we set it, they were able to make good tackles. Brought down after gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9. .7:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Seton Hill driving, California with the lead, 21-7. Bradley in the backfield as McGriff now alongside him, trips to the far side, 1 receiver to the near. 7 seconds left on the game, or on the play clock, excuse me. Bradley gets the snap, able to fire that one across the field. That one's going to fall incomplete, trying to find Bales right around the midfield, but that one went incomplete. 3rd down now for the Griffins.
Yeah, just a little too far on that one. And as they were looking for that quick little slant route, but Bales was just right behind that pass.
Bring up 3rd and long now, 3rd and 9 from the 39. And through the Griffin offense, you're still in 4-down territory, so you need to be able to get some points on the board, and the game. 4 receivers for Bradley. Bradley in the shotgun. Vulcan setting some pressure. Bradley, his pass across the middle. That pass is going to be caught right around midfield. That time, able to connect with Bales.
Yeah, that time Bales was able to bring it in. Almost the same play as the last one.
And you hear the fans, of the Seton Hill Griffins getting excited. I mean, and we said looking for their first win of the season, and still with plenty of opportunity in this game. 1st and 10 now from the 50-yard line. 6:45 left to play. Random motion. Going to hand this one off. Going to get brought down after about a gain of 3 on the play. And once again, more shoving after the whistle.
Yeah, this time we see one of the Vulcans coming out the pile with the football, as that was Gerald Brown coming out of it. They're going to say forward progress before the ball came out.
Get picked up 3 on that one. 2nd and 7 from the 47. 6:20 left to play here in the fourth quarter at Offutt Stadium. California looking to bounce back after a tough loss last week to IUP, and need to be able to close off this game. Man in motion. Going to come back to the near side. Trips on this near side for Bradley. Bradley under a little bit of pressure. Passed that one over the middle and is able to complete it. That time to number 10, Ethan Fame on the catch. Another big 1st down.
And the Vulcans defense
And it's last time we saw all like Dominic Sullivan Jr. was jumping the routes and everything, and he needs to step up here once again.
So the Griffins take over 1st and 10 from the 34. Bradley hands this one off to Croquette. Croquette trying to find some room, going to get brought down after a gain of 2, but like you said, I mean, the Griffin fans starting to get into it. I mean, there is a chance that they could come back into this game, but slowly running out of time here. 5:24 left to play. Seton do have 2 timeouts left in this game, so, I mean, 5 minutes, 15 seconds, 2 timeouts, plenty of time. They do need to be able to get themselves into the end zone here. Trips to the far side, has Fame alone on the near side, has McGriff in the backfield. Bradley gets the pass, pump fake, trying to go deep in the end zone. That pass going to fall incomplete, trying to find Fame on that one-on-one. Good coverage there by the Vulcans. And that'll bring up another 3rd and long and stop the clock with exactly 5 minutes left to play. Vulcans need to get a big stop here. Griffins in 4-down territory, so the Vulcans can't only get a stop here, they need to get a stop on the next play. They want to be able to stay in or be able to maintain the lead in this game. Bradley in the backfield, 4 receivers set. Going to hand this one off to McGriff. Actually, McGriff going to get some nice yardage. Bounces that one to the outside. McGriff going to get pushed out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line. So, I mean, 3rd and 9, he's thick and pass. McGriff gets the handoff and breaks it for a 1st down.
And the Vulcans cannot let that happen, and they got sucked in on the draw play. And left the lane open for McGriff to run up the field.
Great vision by McGriff, able to find that hole on the outside and able to pick up the 1st down. 4:30 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Trips to the near side for the Griffins. Bradley in the backfield, McGriff alongside him. Bradley gets the snap, firing towards the end zone. That pass caught in the end zone, touchdown. That time Mark Bales able to pass that one in. And just like that, 21-0 has turned into 21-13 with 4:21 left to play.
And the Vulcans are going to have to watch because they're going to go for the onside kick here with 4:21 left.
You see, I see on the near side Bradley getting super pumped up after that touchdown throw. I mean, why wouldn't you? We're almost back into this game and awaiting the extra point now from Hogger. Hogger's kick is up, and Hogger's kick is good. So with 4:21 left to play here in Offutt Stadium, your score: California 21, Seton Hill 14, and this is exactly what we talked about in the 3 losses that California faced so far this season against Kutztown, against Shepherd, and against IUP. Having the lead, taking it into the 4th quarter, just not being able to convert.
Yeah, and the Vulcans defense is going to have to step up next drive. Even the offense here definitely going to have to step up and answer back. Because we take a look on that last drive, we see the Griffins go down the field. The old 4. As they come down 9 plays, 62 yards in 3.5 minutes. I mean, got to come up with something here.
I mean, that's exactly what you need. And I mean, we can talk about the defense all you want, but this offense for the Vulcans has been non-factor in the second half. Had the touchdown to Jaquade Jackson earlier on, but besides that, haven't really been able to get anything going and have been able to let Seton Hill get back into this game. And like you talked about, it looks like the Vulcans will not let the Griffins get this onside kick super easy. If they do attempt to go for it, going to send up a full hands team, 10 players, well within inside 15 yards of the ball, waiting to receive this kick. But there will be one Vulcan back deep. That will be Noah Hamlin. And they will kick it deep, but that one's going to go back out of the end zone for the touchback. And I mean, I completely get it. I mean, the Seton Hill defense has been great, and right now they're just banking on them to get one final stop, give their team the ball back, and then after that, give your offense the opportunity to win the game.
Yeah, and the Vulcans need to run this clock down and start running down on the field a little bit. Get it across the 50, get something going here.
I just heard the offensive coordinator on the other side of the wall for the Vulcans, so have an idea what is going to be trips right now for this Vulcan offense coming out of the huddle. Going to have McCann in the backfield, Langley on the near side, Tripp, receivers on the far. 4:21 left to play. Seton Hill fans getting excited. Mitchell back to pass. That pass just too far out of the reach for Cam Tarrant. Unable to pull that one in, and Mitchell usually able to make that pass that time, just a little bit too far out of the way.
And the Vulcans just need to settle down here. Get the ball up the field, and just start chewing clock and march down the field like they've done against IUP, like they've done against Shepherd, Kutztown, Edinburgh, Clarion. I can go down the list.
Need to be able to get a big first down here. Mitchell in the shotgun, quick pass. That time batted down at the line by number 50 of the Seton Hill, Jaheim Thomas, able to bat that one down. And I mean, the players on the near side getting pumped up, the fans getting pumped up, and a big third down now for the Vulcans. Trips on the far side. Mitchell in the shotgun. This place getting excited. The Vulcan fans on the far side sitting in silence as they wait to see what this offense has in store. McCann in the backfield alongside Mitchell. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Mitchell gets the snap. Vulcans sending pressure. That time pass is caught. Going to get caught in by Greer, but he's going to be 3 or 4 yards short of the first down marker. So big stop by this Griffin defense. And with that, they're not even wasting that much time off the clock. And the Vulcans started this drive with 4:21 left to play in the fourth quarter, and now it's down to 3:50. So, I mean, they're only losing about 30, 40 seconds.
Yeah, give or take.
So plenty of time for this Griffin offense to get underway. Rosensteel back to punt. Zimmerman back to receive, standing at his own 30-yard line. We've seen the Griffins get close a couple times to blocking the punt. So Rosensteel trying to get this one off, able to get that one off.
And there's
after
a flag.
Getting ran into. And that one is going to take a nice roll before getting, and Zimmerman decides to pick up the ball, gets brought down at the 24. There will be a flag. Waiting to see what the call is going to be. It's going to go against the Griffins.
They're going to say personal foul, roughing the kicker. So that's going to be that's going to be 15 yards. 15
yards and an automatic first down. That'll be for the Vulcans. So they catch a huge break, and I heard the fans in front of me getting a little bit upset about it. Like, yeah, that one's going to be the one that's 15 yards. Of course, it's going to be the one that's 15 yards. And I mean, that's exactly
and
what
that's a
being.
Momentum killer. Or you just had a 3 and out on the Vulcans, and now you're down to 3:15 to go. In regulation time. And you're going to give Noah Mitchell a new set of sticks, put him up at midfield.
Vulcans will take over 1st and 10 from the 46, trips to the near side. Mitchell in the pistol, has McCann right behind him. Has Langley Jackson and Tarrant on the near side, hands this one off to Williams, who was in the backfield with him, gets brought down well behind the line of scrimmage, loses 2 on the play there, and this Vulcan offense just seems rattled at this point.
And they might need a timeout here to talk things over, but let the clock run.
Yeah, they're wasting off as much time as possible. Under 3 minutes now, 2:52 left to play here in the fourth quarter, and the Vulcans offense can't really seem to be getting anything going, and if they are able to get brought down in plays, I'm sure we'll see Seton Hill use their second timeout of the half. After this one, waiting to see what's going to happen. 2nd and 13 from the 43, 2:30 left to play. Mitchell in the pistol, gets the snap, hands this one off to Williams again. Williams gets a couple blocks. Nice run by Williams. He's going to get brought down right around the first down marker, and great blocking by this Vulcan offense line. And with that, it looks like there will be a timeout called. This time it will be Seton Hill. They'll use their second timeout, stop the clock with 2:19 left to play.
Yeah, and that leaves them with 1 timeout now, all in for the rest of the game.
That'll be their second timeout, and I mean, we are no strangers to nail biters here for the Vulcans. And
Not
I mean,
at all. I think that's been most of the season. We've talked about.
Yeah,
It's either been a nail biter, or it's been one of those ones that you knew the Vulcans were going to win outright.
I mean, but this is a game that, on the outside looking in, seemed like a game that the Vulcans should have won outright. I mean, Seton Hill have had some close games, but I mean, they haven't won a game all year. And coming into this one, if you're any sort of fan, you look at this, you're like, okay, this is a game that the Vulcans should win comfortably, but the Vulcans not doing themselves any favors. I mean, they're kind of pretty close here against the Griffins.
And you hate to say they kind of played down to the competition on this one, but that's.
I mean, this just goes to show you that maybe the Griffins haven't been as bad as you would normally think that they were going to be this season. I mean, like we talked about 0-6, but that felt great, and it's getting extremely loud here. Hear the band playing on our right, have the players and the fans cheering in front of us. 3rd and 1 from the 45. Mitchell in the gun, hands it off to McCann. McCann going to get enough yardage for the first down. Exactly what the Vulcans needed. I mean, at this point, just down to formalities, need to run a couple more plays, run off some time. Looks like there will be a whistle blown, and Seton Hill will take their final timeout, even though it will be a first down for the Vulcans.
Yeah, McCann, and just a little 2-yard run on that one. And as he gets deep, Vulcans deeper into Seton Hill territory, and this place is just quiet. And I mean, I could hear a pin drop out here.
Yeah, that run definitely silenced the crowd, and looks like the referee is having a discussion with the coach. It will be a first down, and they will finally take that timeout. But with 2:14 left to play, that'll be Seton Hill's second timeout used. We'll have one left here in this game, or excuse me, that'll be their final. Not quite sure. The play clock seemed to change it around. It looks like that will be their second timeout. We'll have one more, but the Vulcans just need a couple more yards.
I think they're fixing it right now. And I think everyone's talked everything over. So if the Vulcans can get another first down, they can put this game on ice.
10 more yards is all it takes now for the Vulcans to finish off this game, and the scoreboard operator has fixed it. It will be 0 timeouts. That is Seton Hill's last timeout, so the Vulcans just need to get some yardage here. Just run out as much time as possible. Mitchell in the gun has Williams now move to his left, hands it off to Williams. Williams going to get tripped up right around the line of scrimmage, and Seton Hill is sending a ton of players into the box to stop the run. Clock still ticking. Now taking over just 2 minutes left to play in the game, and a few more plays should wrap it up here. But you never know.
Yeah,
You never know.
I ain't saying anything until I see triple digits or triple zeros on that clock.
As soon as the clock hits 0, that's when you can finally breathe after all the games that you and I have done and you and Peyton have done in the years prior. I mean, you can never say a game's over until it's finally over. California just wasting as much time as possible. 2 seconds on the game clock. Looks like they'll take a timeout now. It'll be their first use. Stop the clock with 1:25 left to play.
And so now they're officially, they are. So Seton Hill is out of timeouts. The Vulcans still have 2. But they've got to get this first down on here, or to put this game away.
And we can take a look ahead at the upcoming schedule for the Vulcans. Next week, homecoming game against Slippery Rock, and after that, traveling away to Erie to face off against Mercier, so then hosting the final 2 games of the season against Gannon and East Stroudsburg. So not the easiest run in the last couple games for the Vulcans. I mean, in this one, not looking at their best, but like you said, with one more first down, they're able to scrap their way out of here.
Exactly. And looking at the schedule for Seton Hill, they have to go to IUP next week and Edinburgh the week after that, and then follow up with a game against Gannett and Clarion to wrap up their season, and before they play Millersville in the last crossover matchup.
Looks like the Vulcans going to send out the victory formation, and they'll take another timeout, and they do need, and like we talked about, we do have the coaches on the near side. Looks like they do need to run it maybe at least one play, but trying to figure things out, the schematics of everything, just trying to figure out how much time will take on each side of the clock. But at the end of the day, after at least two more plays, you run it down to 5 seconds, and that's pretty much the game at that point.
Yeah, you run.
And hearing the Vulcan band on the far side playing a nice tune over there. Like I said, it feels like home. Feels nice to have the band once again playing for us, having the cheerleaders, and having all the traveling fans and the Vulcans will come out here once again in the victory formation. Mitchell will take a knee. Clock at 1:20 now, 40 seconds on the game clock, and it's going to be very, very close. And hearing the coaches on the far side said that Mitchell will need to take the snap and we'll need to run one more play with 1 second left on the game clock to finally ice the game.
Yeah, that's going to probably do it here. So they're looking ahead. We got a full slate of games to cover next week. On top of the Coach Dunn show, along with high school roundup. We also have 2 Vulcan volleyball games, along with Vulcan football for homecoming and the homecoming parade. And we have, for the first time in 2 years, Vulcan hockey.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy week. Like we talked about, Coach show with Coach Dunn. You have high school roundup with us, and then you'll have Vulcan hockey, 2 Vulcan volleyball games, and then a football game at the end of all of it, along with the homecoming parade. I'm kind of just waiting to see what the referees are doing here. I mean, there's no time on the game clock, and I think that's just about it. They're kind of discussing with the players, with the Griffin players at the midfield, and the Vulcan team coming out to say a good game, congratulate the Griffin team on a close fought game. But that will be the end here at Off at Seton. Your score: California 21, Seton Hill nothing. From everyone here at Seton Hill nothing. California 21, Seton Hill 14. I mean, I was thinking about 2 quarters ago.
Oh man.
But from everyone here at CTV, thank you very much for watching. From our director, Gary Smith, from my broadcasting partner here today, Jonathan Sakaguchi. My name is Jonathan Safe. Thank you all very much for listening. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.